Welcome back to Tabletop Titans for another 9th edition battle report. This time we're debuting a brand new terrain set.
That's right.
But these are two armies that we've had on the channel before, except this is mono Tzeentch.
Right.
We've had demons already, but we haven't had mono Tzeentch.
Yeah.
So this is kind of their 9th edition debut. And they're up against the Imperial Fists, which is the first army we played in 9th edition.
That's right, they're back for more.
Coming back. And what we've got is a brand new kind of like mining facility. Yeah. This is using all the Necromunda Zone Mortalis terrain. I bought like 7 boxes in one day. And I was like walking out of the store and it went like 5 feet above my head. And I was just like carrying. People were looking at me like, who's this insane person? But I love this terrain, and we've built like a kind of pseudo Zone Mortalis 40k. It's in the middle. It's not quite Zone Mortalis, but it's definitely got that vibe.
Well, especially once we start playing and you guys see how we kind of have the train set up, what's obscuring, what's not. It really feels like a Zone Mortalis style board, which I'm really excited for.
But it is actually very 40k.
Oh yeah, totally.
And that's one of the nice things about the new edition is you can assign your own tags.
Yes.
And so we can all of a sudden make these like little walls obscuring, or this little section dense cover. And we actually we have rules that we can use. So really excited about that. Why don't we jump ahead, take a look at the army lists that we're going to be playing today. So I'm bringing my mono Tzeentch Daemons. This is my favorite demon faction, so I'm always excited to get them here on the table. And I'm bringing them the way you kind of would expect. I got all the classics, starting with 2 Lords of Change, and I'm making them both exalted.
That's right.
Prior to the game, I was going to pick the specific abilities I wanted, because in this matchup, I think that's more beneficial. Yeah. But I decided that's the coward's way out. I'm going to roll for it because ultimately that's more fun, and I'm here to have some fun.
There you go.
So in the HQ slots, I've actually got a lot of HQs, so I had to take a patrol detachment and a battalion. So I've got a Demon Prince. I'm going to rant about the Demon Prince later because I'm really disappointed in him.
It's coming, guys. Prepare yourself.
But anyways, I've got a Demon Prince. He's got wings. He's got 2 talons. And then I've got a Flux Master because he's just better than the Changecaster. And then what I've got also is the Changeling, giving me that 6-up Feel No Pain. I actually think that's going to be great in this game.
It really is.
So I'm really interested in that. And then I think that's it for the HQs. I've got 60 pink horrors, 2 blobs of 30. I love pinks. So we're going to see how well they can do. This is very pink and purple boards. They're going to feel right at home. You're going to camouflage and you'll miss them.
That's right.
I've also got a unit of 10 blues. It's actually 8 blues, 2 brims, because points.
Terrible. And
then I've got a unit of 10 brims. Just kind of fill out the board. I've got 4 screamers. I wish I had more screamers. I only own about 5. Maybe I'll do more up because they're pretty great.
They're great. And
they're really good in the new edition because you could just min squad them and run around.
Exactly.
So I'm really into them. They die pretty easy, but they can really pack a punch, and they're scary. And then I went hard on flamers. I've got a unit of 9 flamers, and then I've got a unit of 5 flamers. And I think next time I'll bring 2 units of 9 flamers.
I'm so glad you finally did it, because we've been like looking at the flamers. We have so many flamers. We only use like a reasonable amount. Yeah. And then you're like, I'm going to bring pretty much all of them. So I'm really excited for that.
They have a great stratagem to do mortal wounds on 6s.
So good.
And of course, they can get a pretty high strength, right? They could get strength 5 + 1 to wound. So they could take down vehicles, no problem. Yeah. They could take down anything.
They were already good, and they got way better with Psychic Awakening. And a lot of demon strats from that book were sort of sleepers, like you didn't really need them. But that strat, and actually I like all the Tzeentch strats from the Psychic Awakening, super useful. We will probably see at least 2 out of 3 of those today.
Absolutely. So one of the things I'm going to tell you quickly, I'm taking the Impossible Robe on the one that's the Kairos Fate Weaver model. Yep. Just so that's an easy way to remember. And then the other guy is actually taking the Soul Eater Staff. Cool. This is a brand new relic. And it's every time I kill a model on a 4-up, I gain a wound back.
If you kill a model with a spell.
Even psychic. Yeah, it's not combat.
Which is like most.
And it's to a maximum of 9 per turn. Like if I do 9 mortal wounds and roll, like if I did 10 mortal wounds and rolled 10 4-ups, I feel like I deserve it. You know what I mean?
You know what? I would give it to you.
Yeah, I think I deserve it. So both of them have ways to be a little more durable. Yeah. And I'm hoping that I roll more durability on them. If I don't and they go down quickly, that'll actually be really bad.
Well, it is nice that you do have the Changecaster, right? So, the Changeling. So you have that 6-up Feel No Pain that you can kind of, pop them around on to whoever actually needs it. You don't really know until you actually start playing the game, essentially. But that gives you that flexibility in case you don't get that super saucy Feel No Pain that I get every time.
That's exactly right. So I'm not going to go over all the spells. I have all the spells 2 times over. And I have it all written down who has what. But that's the problem. I have so many casters and only 1 discipline. I really hope that's something they fix in the future. I like Thousand Suns. I want like one more discipline. Okay, that's my army. And in my first turn, I'll roll for my special abilities.
Sounds good.
Okay, what are you bringing today?
Let's take a look. So I am bringing my Fisty boys. I wanted to play around with some of the weirder units, some of the things I don't often use. So right off the bat, I'll just tell you, I have a Daredeo. I haven't used this boy in so long, and I'm super excited to have him here. So I have him. Yes, I do have the appropriate relic slots, so everyone can chill. And then I do have a 3-man aggressor squad. I actually haven't used aggressors that much with Imperial Fists because I was running lots of stalkers.
You've actually never used these models, right?
These ones I've never used.
You've had them painted up for a while.
I've had 12. Because I was like waiting for the Imperial Fist book. I was like, oh yeah, so excited, bolters. And then the book came out and it was like, oh, I actually want like stalkers and eliminators
and heavy bolters.
And heavy bolters. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. So a unit of 3 aggressors. I have, of course, never leave home without a ton of intercessors. I have 3 10-mans, a Thunderhammer in each of them, amazing. I have 2 5-man infiltrator squads. They're gonna be set up in the back, kind of protecting from sneaky demon deep striking. So that's all my troops. I have a bunch of characters, of course. It is Space Marines.
Of course.
So I have Torgaradon himself.
Naturally.
The man, the myth, the legend.
This chin is the reason to collect Imperial Fists.
People say he has this really powerful hammer or a fist, but a lot of people don't realize it's actually his chin.
The chin, yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
It's a 3-damage chin.
Exactly, exactly. So I have Torgaradon, I have a Phobos Captain, with a Chapter Master, and of course the Eye of Hypnoth, which makes him a lieutenant. It's classic. It's just like the most efficient little package that you can get out of all of the Space Marine chapters.
Sucks when you get sniped, but
it does suck. It does a lot. Well, that's why he's like oddly tough. He doesn't fight often, but yeah. So
I'm gonna use my targeted smites on him.
I'm a little worried about that. I'll be honest. I also have hero-wise. I do have an apothecary. In this case, I didn't upgrade him or anything. He's just gonna be running around healing. He also unlocks the Daredeo, just a utility thing. I have a Primaris Chaplain. I have upgraded him. I think that's kind of necessary. I've given him the Warlord trait to re-roll his litanies because we can't re-roll them with command points anymore.
Right. You actually kind of need it.
It's just such a big strategy to kind of rely on just a 3-up save for, right? So I've taken the +1 to wound. I've taken the Feel No Pain against mortals because I have no casters. So I need some sort of way of resisting mortal wounds in any scenario. In this game, obviously, but in any matchup. I've chosen to not take Psychers.
Is that an aura or is it going in 1 unit?
I believe it's an aura. It's quite good.
That's excellent. What is the deny of mortal wounds? It's
a 5-up. It's not as powerful as the spell.
Okay.
But it's quite good.
That's great.
So we have that. And then I have a Thunderfire Cannon. Just one, just for some utility, some slowing. I actually can't Tremor Shell most of your armies, but I just like to have it just for a little salt and pepper in there.
No, it's good.
Exactly.
And in this case, you got Blast. You're going to be able to blast.
That's true.
You're going to be able to blast these big units. Just a straight 12 shots on my pinks.
Here's hoping.
That's good.
So I have that. And then rounding it out with 2 units of 3-man eliminators. They are amazing.
Yeah, my little characters like Changeling have to watch out.
I'm going to try to put as much pressure on as I can on you. Obviously, you don't care about rend, you don't care about ignoring cover, but at the end of the day, like, they're still nasty snipers.
So your bolts not ignore line of sight anymore?
I do have 1 round that ignores line of sight, but it's single damage.
There was some problem they had fact that or something, but then they fixed it again?
I don't think.
Okay.
Once everything had settled down, I think everything's the same with them.
Good.
So yeah, that's my list. Super excited. Oh yeah, Warlord trait. I did take Hand of Dorn for the extra D3 command points. You can guess exactly what I rolled before the game.
He rolled a 1.
That's right. So I got my 1 CP back for the extra
Warlord trait. He's ready for the game. He's ready for this game.
And that's me. So I'm excited.
Bridger, what do we got for a mission today?
We are playing Retrieval Mission today. So there are 6 objectives. They're a bit hidden. You want to point those out?
Yeah, so on my side, 1, 2, and 3.
And on my side, 1, 2, and 3.
Now, this is an interesting mission because it is a 6-objective mission, but the primary is still hold 1, hold 2, hold more.
I think we both could probably get that, yeah.
Yep.
That's famous last words, though. We say
I know, right?
And don't pull it off.
Do you want to say anything about the terrain today?
Yeah, we can describe it. It's a little tricky. So what we've got is most of these structures here are going to count as ruins, and they're going to count as obscuring. Now, what we've got is a few little bridges. Where you see a bridge is actually going to be a break in the buildings. And so we've also got these doors here, which you probably can't see from the top down, but they're cool little blast doors. And the blast doors were basically saying that they're not just breachable, but anything can walk through them. So you just can kind of almost pretend like they're not there.
Exactly.
But we actually made a special rule, which was only your own model. So I have the blue doors, he has the red doors.
Yep.
So only his army can walk through his doors, my army can walk through my doors. It won't come into play.
We're going back to our Halo days here.
That's right. Yeah. And this one facility here with this base, we're going to call this one dense cover rather than obscuring, just to give a bit of uniqueness. And then we've got some pipes in a few places on the board, and they're going to count as pipes, so give cover to infantry.
And then the heals here will be unstable, so you can't stand on them. They're not breachable. They're not obscuring. Just standard hills.
They're just hills.
Yep. And so yeah, this is again, we talk about terrain a lot on the channel, and this is a way of kind of setting up a board that looks really cool, but it's functionally not ridiculous, right? Because otherwise, if we didn't have this conversation setting it up, I would just tap into this part of this terrain and it would unlock the entire part. So we just have them segmented so that the gate entryways don't count as that.
Yeah, and similarly, if we didn't use the obscuring rule, almost nothing could be hidden at all.
Exactly. You could have never played this in 8th edition.
It wouldn't have been
It would have been silly.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's take a look at secondaries.
Cool.
Today, Adrian has Abhor the Witch, While We Stand We Fight, and Assassinate.
Abhor the Witch, kind of an obvious choice, but I also think it's really powerful. For Space Marines, they have a lot of amazing characters, and so we're seeing them taking this a lot because they can say, you know what, I'm not going to take Librarian.
That's
and in those matchups, it's that much more useful. While We Stand We Fight, this one, I have one easier one, which is the Deo. He's big, he's beefy, he's targetable, and then the other two are characters. I have Tor Garradon, of course, and my Phobos Captain. So with all three of these, I can play cagey. With the characters, I can play super cagey, right?
Yeah.
And then my third one, I've taken Assassination. Brian has 5 characters. I'm already trying to kill them for things like Abhor the Witch.
Right.
And the truth is, he has a lot of scary kind of mid-board range stuff, a lot of smites, decent melee. So if I can just double down on hanging back, shooting characters, killing Big Bird, then that's all the better for me.
Exactly.
One quick note before we move on. Chat is saying that eliminators might not have been fixed. We're just going to play them like they've been fixed.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
It seems unlikely that eliminators would just be broken.
Yeah, they took away their ability to ignore line of sight, but it seems like probably an accident. Is that what everyone's thinking?
Seems likely, yeah.
I never actually, this isn't one of those things I've emailed and asked anyone
It was like, I knew there was a thing, but I thought it had been resolved.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, well, let's take a look at Brian's secondaries. He has Raise the Banners High, While We Stand We Fight, and Psychic Ritual.
Yeah, so Raise the Banners, pretty straightforward. I've got 3 objectives in my side. And I've got lots of obsec, so it's going to be a lot of work for you to get. I don't even think you want to get up there.
No.
That's just getting a little too close. You've got range on me, so you might as well play that advantage. So I actually think that's almost all 15 points potentially.
It's probably going to be the most lucrative banners that we have ever seen.
That's right.
I think.
Yeah, Psychic Ritual. I've got a lot of casters. Some of them not very valuable because I've got double. Because I've essentially doubled up on spells, right? And you've got no denies. You don't even have a deny strat or a deny relic or anything. So that's not bad. What I have to watch out for is getting sniped.
It has to be the same character.
So what the thing is, it's like, let's say I tried to do this with the Change Caster or the Flux Master or whatever. He's the easiest one to snipe.
Yeah.
So you'd kill him. Instead, if I do it with, let's say, the Demon Prince, the Demon Prince only has 1 cast. He's not that easy to remove.
Yep.
So you got to be a little smart with that. But don't do it with Lord of Change. Because don't give up your Lord of Change.
So much. You want to put that's 15 more points on that one character. Then,
that's right.
He'll be worth like 20 points at that point.
And the While We Stand We Fight is the Demon Prince and the 2 Lords of Change. This is not necessarily tactically sound. It comes down to what I roll on their result. If I roll well on their resulted abilities, they could almost be not worth shooting.
Yeah.
Right? And that would be cool. If I roll badly, they could just have no durability at all.
I hope you get Spell Thief on both of them twice.
Yeah, Spell Thief. There's two of the abilities are practically useless.
Right.
So that's not good. And I'm feeling like I practice rolled yesterday and I rolled only bad things.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
all right.
Hopefully I got the bad dice out.
This is why I like the Slanesh ones because the low numbers are really good.
They're all
good.
But
for these, they're pretty high.
It's the high numbers.
That's good for you at least.
Hopefully. Right? Okay, so that's what we've got.
Do you want to roll those now?
No, we'll roll them at the start of the game.
Yeah, we'll keep it moving.
Speaking of which,
we should roll off.
Oh dang!
I don't think either of us want first turn, do we?
Actually, go ahead and roll your powers because it could matter, right? You're gonna be obscured.
I'm obscured anyways.
Yeah. So I think neither of us want.
Neither of us want first.
Exactly. So here's me. Yellow dice. Oh shoot. Oh.
I think it does make sense to give you first turn because I literally this 10-man is the only thing I could get, and I would get it by moving out and getting shot by everything.
Yes.
So no thanks. So you can have first turn. That'll give me time to roll for my my abilities.
Sounds
all
good.
Right?
Let's
so it's
do
gonna
it.
take it into fists.
Cool.
Turn 1.
So real quick before you guys jump over to talking about other stuff, I have my litanies. Of course, we're gonna try for the 5-up Feel the Pain against mortal wounds on a 3-up. Okay, so far so good. And then I can do +1 to wound against the nearest visible target, which is I guess I can potentially see these pinks?
No, we said the stairs don't count.
Oh yeah, they're on the stairs. That's my bad. Yeah. So this is where this cuts off, guys.
That's right.
So I might just do the Overwatch. There's not really any difference really. So we'll just say here's the Overwatch one. Cool. I have that.
All right.
Then that is the Imperial Fist one that gives me a 5+ Overwatch, which is cute. All right.
Okay. So I'm just bringing up the table, and Bridger, I guess you probably have a few things to cover.
Yeah, so I've noticed a trend. Some of our viewers have gotten savvy. They've started super chatting long before the stream starts
to get in first.
Get in first, yeah.
Well, let's reward them for their ingenuity.
Thank you, Martin. Hi, Titans. Please, could you share your thoughts on a pure combat dreadnought choice for Dark Angels, Leviathan, or maybe an Ironclad? What combat arm choices? And GoFundMe for Adrian's shirts still has my vote.
Thanks,
so
man.
the Redemptor is one of the best combat. The Ironclad's also great, and you just take one of each fist on the Ironclad. One does 3 damage, one does 4, but you don't have any benefit for taking 2 of the same fist. So those are great. Those are your 2 best choices, I think, the Redemptor and the... If you want to count the Invictor, it's not a Dreadnought, but it plays very similarly. Obviously, you can't use the -1 damage strat on it, but if you have that many Dreadnoughts anyways, it doesn't really matter.
The Redemptor gets that plasma, which is obviously nice for Dark Angels.
True. Although you would imagine the Dark Angels have a better unit to use it on, though.
That's the thing, right? It kind of depends what else you have in your list, right? If you have things like Inceptors, then probably not. But you know, let's see. So these guys advanced up on the point. Let's see. I wanted to decide who stays in range of this. Sorry, go ahead.
Another one from Martin. He had a double almost 3 hours before the stream started.
Oh, nice.
Wow. Hi, Titans. Me again, the guy always asking about Dark Angels. Already asked one question and will be sleeping in England while you play. Wanted to make a further donation and just say thank you so much.
Oh, thanks so much. Hope you're having a good sleep. All right, so I'm going to roll. Here's my first one. It's the one on this side. It's the one I care about less because he's already got the robe, so he's already pretty defensive. So we just don't want 1s and 2s. Keep in mind, 1s and 2s bad. Everything else good.
1s and 2s. I 3.
Oh, wait. There's 3 dice in there? So 3 and 5. So 3 is...
That's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, 3 is the mortal wound. Oh, no. So this is the +1 to wound. And this is 3 and 5. These are the 2 best.
Oh, no.
So this guy has the 6-up feel no pain.
Yep.
And he has the +1 damage, which is the thing I dreamed of him getting.
So good.
Okay, let's just do another 3 and 5 on this one.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
So 3 and 5 are the 2 best.
You're killing me, Brian.
Not yet.
Yeah, that's true. It's coming.
So 5 and 5. So we're already good. 5 is the feel no pain. So they both have the dream feel no pain.
Oh my gosh.
1. Okay. Yay. So 1, funny enough, is not 2 at least. 1 is, I know, 1 additional power.
Oh, okay.
1, oftentimes not 2.
Yeah. And 2 is the spell thief. So, okay, so this guy has 1 additional power. I'll pick it. Actually, I'll roll it. How about this?
Wow, that is...
This is getting weird, awesome. Brian.
All right, he has power 6.
Now he's just flexing
from the Tzeentch table. At this point, I don't care. He's never going to cast whatever this last power is.
So the reason that 6-up Feel No Pain was so important is that it's not just a 6-up Feel No Pain.
Yeah, every time you make a Feel No Pain, you gain a wound back. So now they both have it. It's great.
That's pretty scary, Brian.
It's kind of like a 5-up Feel No Pain.
You guys talked to me
more swinging.
yesterday. Adrian was like, yeah, just roll it.
I did. I said
but now...
I stand by it.
Yeah. Well, it turned out well.
Left some guys here.
Thank you, Sam. Brand new player. Just started this month. Love your content. It's been so helpful in learning how to play. My question is, can any faction be made tournament competitive, or are there certain factions you should avoid?
No. Honestly, when you say the word competitive, you mean like a chance to actually win, let's say, a 6-round GT? No, not every single faction in the game can do that. Almost by definition, almost only half can typically do it at any given point. And I mean actually go to first, right? And you're talking about already having to be one of the best players. So if you take one of the best players in the world and assume they're practicing a lot, still only half the armies are going to be able to have a shot at first. And really only like 25-30% have a shot at first. If you're talking about the average player who's not playing this game like it's a job, you're going to need to be playing the top 5% army to have a shot at first. So no, you cannot make any old army win at a tournament. Absolutely.
Well, there you have it. Brian doesn't think you can do it. I believe in you, Sam. Play anything your heart desires.
Yes, for fun, but not necessarily with the expectation that you're going to win.
I would say you can go 5-1.
Sure.
With almost any army.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is a great achievement.
You can go 5-1. So you can have a great time at a tournament with every army. If you're talking about winning, though, reliably, no.
Yep. Thank you, Augusto. I have a tournament this weekend, and I'm bringing my 2,000-point Tzeentch Demon army to dance.
Ooh.
Show me your ways. Bring me forbidden knowledge. summon the dice gods, and have an excellent game, gentlemen.
Well, we will channel the excess sixes for you.
Of course.
One of us will.
One of us will, yeah. Won't tell you how.
That's right. Yeah. We can't show that on stream.
That's right, yeah.
Thank you, Ickbard. Best of luck to the Sons of Dorn. Currently going to work on 2,000 point Celestial Lions, which is a Fist successor.
Nice.
That actually uses fortifications. Well, that'd be a nice
so
change.
cool.
So I'm excited for the new the fortification.
It's so fisty.
What is it? The Hammer Fall Bunker?
Yes.
That's going to be really rad. It's very fisty. It's going to look great in yellow. Are you going to do one up?
I'm at least going to do one up.
Great.
If not,
you should do a couple.
If not 3.
Though they have to change the rule where you can't deploy fortifications within 3 inches of terrain.
Yeah.
Because on this board, you couldn't even place one.
Yeah.
And actually, on a lot of our boards, I think we literally just won't play with that rule because we put so much scatter down.
I will bring the terrain, and it'll be my fortifications.
Yeah. I actually really think they should change that rule. I don't like that rule.
I understand why they did it, and especially if you played things like Sigmar with the Edenith boats, it can get pretty crazy pretty fast.
Yeah.
But, you know. All right.
You still moving? Or?
No, that's kind of it for movement. So basically what I'm doing is I've kind of shuffled forward. I'm getting along this pipeline here, holding this objective. I want to stay just outside of Brian. We did some pre-measuring beforehand where I knew if Brian wants to be able to have any chance of shooting my Marines on this objective, he's going to have to advance with his tanks.
So that's going to give me a much worse chance. So just for what it's worth, I'm like 28 inches away.
Yep.
And I only shoot 18 and move 6.
Exactly.
And that's moving 6, assuming you don't reduce my movement.
Absolutely, which could be coming soon.
Yeah.
I've stepped up here. I'm keeping everyone within 6 inches of the chaplain and the chapter master.
Right.
So I'm stringing out at least one guy from each squad. This is the only one that really has to string. The other squads are pretty firmly inside. And keeping a lot of the guys just behind line of sight here, including my eliminators. They can't see anything, so there's no point in giving Brian the first shot against my key units.
And same thing with your aggressors, right? Like, you want to wait to counterpunch with them. You don't want me to be able to target smite them.
They're just like waiting around the corner with a brick.
That's right.
And eventually come around.
That's right.
All right. So let's hop over to shooting. I won't even make the psychic joke, and let's do this. So if I want to tremor shells, I would have to declare at the start of the shooting phase.
You gonna do it?
I think I am.
I think you're gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend the CP. So that's 1 CP for tremor shells. And this is a common mistake with Space Marine plays. You do have to do it at the beginning.
That's
you
right.
can't wait and see how your shooting goes and then pop it later on. That's why you have to do it immediately. So that's on the Thunderfire
And are you going to
cannon.
shoot twice or once?
That is when I go to shoot it.
That is, which is now?
Could be now.
Potentially.
Could be later.
Potentially. But the thing is, I am -1 to wound from tremor shells, which means I probably don't really want to double shoot into them. I'm not getting as much back.
And you can tremor 2 units, but it doesn't do anything for you.
Exactly. Yep. So it's going to be functionally primarily on that.
Okay.
And yeah, let's go into shooting. So we have basically the eliminators are just getting within range of the Herald there within 36.
With the Flux Master?
The Flux Master, sorry. Herald on the...
He's a Locust, whatever.
Exactly. And then pretty much nothing else can shoot, I believe.
Okay.
So let's actually go ahead and do the Thunderfire since we're on the subject.
Let's come at the Flux Master.
Sorry. No, let's do Thunderfire.
So it's 12 shots.
It's 12 shots.
Because Blast, he's getting max shots. This is the first time we've had this happen.
Right. I'm kind of sad I don't have 12 yellow dice.
This is the first time we brought a Thunderfire in 9th, right?
Maybe.
I think you had one at one point.
I might have had one.
Yeah, so this is 12 shots.
Maybe not.
Hitting on 2s. Yep. Rerolling from Chapter Master.
Of course.
Classic. All right, so they all hit. So normally I'm strength 5, wounding on 3s, but this goes to 4s.
So you've already tremored me.
Already tremor shelled,
which is half my advance and move.
And charge.
And charge.
So this is on 4s, and then rerolling 1s from the Eye of Hypnos.
I think you're going to do fine here.
I'm not unhappy about this roll.
Ooh.
Except for that conversion there.
So I've got 4 ups here from my ephemeral form. Okay, and then I've got my 6 ups because I'm going to be pulling models within range.
That's right.
So I've got 3 down over here.
Oh, nailed it.
Okay, that's good. Listen.
That's more than you can ask for.
Exactly. Well, the main thing is I've slowed him. It's going to be really tough to get OBSEC onto that objective right now. That's the name of the game. So let's do the eliminators now into the Flux Master.
Good luck.
So this is going to be the ones that ignore line of sight, so it's only a single damage. Your toughness 4, I'm strength 5. I can't do mortal wounds, so I don't care about boosting them with the sergeant.
That's right.
So just 3 shots, hitting on 2s.
Just bringing up the Flux Master.
No worries. I do have a 6. This is a bolt weapon, so that does explode.
That's what you want to get.
Which is amazing.
So T3.
T3. So wounding on 3s. Okay.
Oh.
Good thing it's not mortal wounds.
I know, right?
And so I just get my 4 up invulnerable saves.
You got it, sir. Okay.
And then a 6 up.
Oh.
So I've taken 1 wound, and just to double check, he only starts with 4, so he's only down to 3.
I'll take it. This will be the next squad over. These guys will get the totally spacing Chapter Master rerolls.
Yeah. Yep. This is eliminators again.
Eliminators again. So he's rerolling the 1. Looks good. No explosions. On 3s, rerolling the 1 from Eye of Hypnoth. Okay, so you got 2 saves.
Okay, so he can't die.
Yeah, right.
Thankfully. Taking 1
Come
wound.
on, gimme. Yeah, working on it.
So he's in a tough shape.
Working our way through. We're just gonna make sure the captains can't ignore line of sight. This is all obscuring again, guys. Right? I'm just kind of posting up on that point, getting within range. Honestly, that's it for me.
That's all we got.
Yeah,
that was an exciting turn.
I know, right?
Okay.
Big stuff.
No secondaries yet or anything, right?
No.
Okay, so I think we should take it into Tzeentch Daemons.
Let's do it.
Turn 1. All right, so I'm half in my move in advance. The question is, I do want to get out on this objective, and so I don't see any reason not to. It's like 9 1/4 away, so I need to be 6 to get my
right.
I need to be just over 6 is what I'm trying to say. So let's roll my advance. So it's a 4 + 1 5 down to 3.
Yep.
And I move 3, so I get 6.
6.
And so I was 9 away, just outside of 9 away, so I don't get on the objective.
Yeah, unfortunately. You could re-roll it.
Nah, it's fine. 4.
Not big enough to do.
4 is a good re-roll. And actually, if I got +1, it would still have to.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, you rolled a 4.
I'd have to roll much higher.
You need to get a 6. This is the emplacement of the Imperial Fists.
Thank you, Rithvin Fang.
There goes the crane.
Oops. 2 small questions. Do you think with Firstborn going to 2 wounds, we'll lose Disgustingly Resilient? No. And the 5-up invuln? No. And how do you include Nurglings or Horrors in any army? Second attachment? Yes.
Correct.
So in order, no, yes. I think that taking special rules away from any of the certain special factions, like Thousand Sons shouldn't lose their special rules. Death Guard shouldn't lose their special rules. That would just be silly.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't expect any of that.
And yes, souping in Nurglings does require soup, but boy, are they worth it right now. Way underpriced for what they do.
So Saturday's game, my Death Guard army has a Demon Patrol for exactly that reason, just to get some Nurglings. It's a weird thing that they are in the Death Guard Codex, but they're not actually because they don't have the keywords. So that's how you would actually get them in the army in a different detachment.
Thank you, Tomasi. Please tell me you boys, 1, have the AC on, and 2, are safe from the insane firestorms.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
where we live right now, we are safe from the firestorms, but the region is not safe.
The evacuation line gets closer to my house.
A lot of my coworkers were evacuated today.
Yep.
So it's pretty scary for a lot of them.
I had a very eventful Monday evening around 10 o'clock. My wife and I got a call to go evacuate horses from a barn because the hills were burning. And let me tell you, that was an experience.
It's really scary. I think I'm like 3 miles from the evacuation line.
It's crazy. But so far we're good. We're just surrounded. If it hops over the freeway, then I'll be worried.
Yeah.
That'd be
impressive.
impressive.
It has happened.
Ugh.
Not to scare
Don't
you,
say
Bridger.
that. Don't say that.
I'm much closer. I'm right up on the hills. So I'll let you know if I see it coming.
Please, give me some warning.
Bridger, the hills are on fire! What's that, Lassie? What's that, Adrian?
We make light of it, but
it's very serious.
I hope everyone's safe.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Chronix. Just moved into my first house with my fiance.
Ooh, cool.
And using my break from unpacking to annoy Brian about his lack of sweaters. Hashtag bring back Brian's sweaters. 1 CP for Bridger as he's the best. And go Adrian.
Hey, thanks, man. I know.
It is still a teeny bit too hot. People, we actually almost got more comments about my beanie on our announcement of the Tabletop Titans tournament.
Man.
So clearly, this is basically a fashion channel now.
I think we're the most fashion aware or oriented Warhammer channel I've ever seen. Yeah, there were a lot of theories about the beanie being part of a sweater.
That's right.
Or
I believe it was the sleeve of a sweater.
That's right.
With the rest of it.
It was.
He
tried to.
I assure you, my wife appreciated that comment a lot.
I told him he wasn't allowed to use it today because that'd be too powerful. Yeah.
That is absolutely the case. So can you help me determine the exact center of the board? Because I want this guy only just within 6 for his ritual.
So let's see. So it's 30 up. So it's actually pretty close to there, and then this side's gonna be 22. So yeah.
As exciting as this is, thank you, Daniel. Just started 40K and am playing Space Wolves. Everything's sold out now, so I just impulse bought Aggressors. Was this an awful decision for Wolves? No, I think Aggressors are good in like every Space Marine army. And there is the Space Wolf specific Aggressor kit, right? With all the little teeth on.
Yeah, totally. Well, they came out, they had the Tooth and Claw kit originally. That's actually where I got mine from. But yeah, they're just a great versatile unit. Like Bridger said, they're just good in Space Marines in general. And they're one of those cool like dual use units that for Space Wolves would be great. Getting the +1 to hit with those Power Fists is just
it's real good.
I'm really loving the Blade Guard with them.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I'm curious if their Power Fists will go to flat 2 in the change, because they're not technically Power Fists.
I would imagine they would.
I feel like they would,
I don't see why they would keep
It'd be a nice buff to aggressors.
Oh man, flat 2 is just like...
Already been buffed a lot.
Yeah, flat 2 is great. So I'll talk to you about a few things I've done here. I basically moved this guy up to touch the Ruin so that he could at least throw us Smite. And then this guy's come up to be within 6, and he's trying to play off of as much line of sight blocking as he can. Unfortunately, we're still going to get some popping shots at him. Just trying to...
It would have to be through these gaps though, right? Or even then.
No, the gap. It's not the
you
gaps.
were at the side.
If you come up the edge, you'll get a few bolters on him.
There's so many angles.
You know what I mean? You're not going to get the most bolters on him, but you'll definitely get some.
Yeah.
He's in range of the 6-up, feel no pain, so that's a thing. This guy can come up and smite as well, but I needed him to come up in front to protect my Fluxmaster, who needed to get up on the objective in order to raise the banners.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And this is one of the reasons you're saying why this guy's just better than the Foot Herald, the whatever they're called. Yeah. You have that really fast movement that you can pop up. You're still infantry, and you can perform an action without advancing.
That's right.
That's great.
So, and that was one of the things. That's the reason I put him right at the front, so that he could raise the banners in the case that you tremor shelled me, because I knew you tremor shelled me.
That's right.
So a lot of things you had to plan in advance.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And you wanted to raise, so you're gonna raise banners here.
There, and then over here with the blues.
Sounds good. Cool, cool.
Okay, so I did raise the banners on all 3 of those objectives. And realistically, those will probably be mine for a while.
Yeah, you can keep them.
Yeah, I don't think this is a death zone. I don't think it's a good place to be. So why don't we start with some Psychic?
Cool.
And I think we're going to start with Ye Olde Gaze of Fate.
There we go.
I think that's the it's the way to go, wouldn't you say?
It's 100% the way to go.
I'm glad you agree. So let's go with Gaze of Fate from the Changeling.
Cool, cool.
So this is on a 6.
Yep. Awesome. So that's one reroll during Brian's turn.
That's right. Okay, then next, let's go with the Demon Prince doing Psychic Ritual.
Yeah, so there it is. You need a 3. Can you do it? Oh! As they say in the biz, good enough.
Just what they
need. Which I'm pretty sure you did the last game we had Psychic Ritual, because I also had no Psychic.
I only just got it every time. But okay, so that's one of 3. It's a good start.
Yep.
Okay, and then what we're going to do is move over to the Fluxmaster. Now,
so isn't he, if he's raising the banners...
He actually did an action already, so he can't cast.
Right.
You're right.
Yeah.
So that's what I meant to say at the start of my Psychic phase, but I just forgot.
No worries,
so,
well, this is a fine turn because you're not really Flickering Flame anyways.
That's correct, and that's what he has, is Flickering Flames.
Fluxmaster is not infantry. He's cavalry.
Oh.
Anything on disc is cavalry.
I thought Banners is only infantry?
Yes.
Infantry, but you can be character.
Infantry, but you can be character.
It's the subset of all the things.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then you can cast?
What's the hold on, what's the movement on the Changeling?
8, or I don't know.
Not enough.
Not enough.
Because he was back here.
Yeah. I think he's a bit faster than normal. That's it.
Okay, that's fine. So he has a 24-inch smite, so let's smite you.
That's good. Good. Oh!
Okay.
That's so mean. So D6, 4, okay. And then I've got my 5 ups.
And where is your Chaplet?
So Chappie is right here, touching into this guy.
And he's currently within range.
Exactly. So this is 5 up saves. Save 1, so I lose a guy and a half.
Okay.
So we'll pull a guy and a half.
Are these units in coherency?
Oh shoot, you're right. I just want it to be along the pipes. I understand. So cool.
I was thinking, cool. Is that 2 units?
I was looking at that, thinking it might be 2 units, but because I thought it was too many models, not because of coherency.
So I have to fix that there. I'll put a wound.
He's fine now.
Yeah. No, I think there's probably right here.
You mostly look fine.
I need to just do that, I think.
Okay.
I'll just play it safe. I want to make sure it's right.
Okay.
Cool. That was good.
Good catch.
That was good.
I liked it.
Yeah.
It was cute.
Pretty scared.
Okay. And that's all one big blob over there?
So blob, blob, blob. So they're all trailing to within 6 of him.
Okay. Who's my nearest model here? This guy on the floor?
Yeah.
I'm just looking for Infernal Gateway. If there's any juicy spots, and there isn't.
I feel you.
Because this guy's my closest model here, and he's outside of 3. Right?
Yep.
Okie doke.
Totally.
So great. Let's go to the let's just go to the big boys. What do you think?
Coming out with an 11 already.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So we'll go with that boy on the side over there. And he will do his smite first. I think we'll go with that. And if you remember, this one has the +1 damage.
That's right. Oh, wow.
That's a perils.
Shocking.
But I do have, I'm going to
Gaze of Fate.
command point reroll.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not going to gaze?
No, because I want both dice.
All right, I will deduct your command point.
Yeah. 'cause
So
there you
that's
go. That's a
super smite.
You got it. Yeah.
So this is
That's what I
D6 +1. So
4 again.
4 damage.
Okay.
And that unit's also in range?
They're all in range.
Okay, they're all in
yes.
range. You're clever.
Yeah.
You know what you're
I
doing.
try. 5s? Oh, don't worry, I got you.
So 2 models go down.
Let's see. We'll just pull off the end here. We're not messing with anything. Cool.
Okay. Well, let's keep this gravy
That's,
train going.
That's a lot.
I think what we should do is Infernal Gateway. So let's do it. It's on an 8.
Sounds good. If you
it's
get
on a 6 for me.
So if you roll a 10, it's going to be mega. You need a 12 on this one.
So actually, this guy has a Born of Sorcery Warlord trait, so he has an additional +1.
It's his first cast, I believe.
Oh, I had to do it in the other order.
Yeah.
It is the first cast.
It is the first cast.
Yeah. So this is where I'll risk the
so
free reroll.
Gaze of Fate on 1.
Doesn't matter.
All right, it's
so
fine.
it's 7, 8, 9. It's fine. So the first, it says G3 mortal wounds +1, so 4 mortal wounds.
Sounds good. Hey, that 4, man, that's pretty solid. So 5s. There we go. Just 1.
Okay. And now we're going to come over to this boy here. And this is the Lord of Change number 2. He's going to go with probably just his smite first. So this is my 3rd smite.
Cool.
I can't reroll.
That's right.
Quite bad.
So even though that's a 5, I needed a 7. Okay, so he'll go with Bolt of Change. This on an 8.
Sounds good.
Okay, we
All
get it on a
solid.
10. So that's just D3 mortals onto this unit right here.
Sounds good. 3.
And,
oh my gosh.
So that's 3 more.
You're killing me, Brian.
Well, let's see if I'm
5 ups. Come out.
So only 1 model dice.
Okay.
Listen,
Taking
it's
it.
paying off.
You need that. That's why you need that litany. It's so powerful.
Both teams are fighting hard here.
Yeah, because you would have lost another 1, 2, 3, 4,
It
5.
would just devastate.
5
right?
wounds,
That's
right?
it's one of the big weaknesses of Power Arm, right? Is the
That's
thing
right.
that ignores that. So
And he has, he doesn't cast an additional power. He knows an additional power.
oh, that's right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so anyways, he just cast his 2. So I'm done the psychic phase.
Cool.
I think that's all I'm in range on. These guys don't have range to shoot the pinks, and pretty sure that's it. So yeah, the staff doesn't have a shooting profile, right? Yeah, no.
Sounds like
so
a plan. So I owe you leadership over here, right? I lost 3.
You lost just 3, I think, from that.
Oh
and
no,
1 from the other
it was
squad.
2 and 2.
Oh, 2 and 2. So you
They're
can't fail.
fine. Yeah, they're good. Cool.
Is that it? Do we?
That's
it.
Very
And
eventful first.
Brian
turn.
had no secondaries to score
Not just
there,
yet.
right?
no.
All right, let's go on to round 2. Imperial Fists.
Fight. Getting into it. Okay.
How
so
many objectives you want before
I'm
you go anywhere?
on 3 objectives, the same as Brian.
Yeah, we're both gonna be on
Hold
3.
1, hold 2.
It's worth noticing. No, I don't think I ever actually mentioned, but I do have 30 pinks in reserve and all the flamers.
It's a detail.
So if you're wondering why I have so few pinks on the board,
Yeah, exactly. So litanies, the mortal wounds litany.
we need you to
I'm
fail
so
that one.
nervous about that. And then we will go ahead and do.
This is one of the things that makes it harder for you to come out further.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely. I'm gonna do +1 to wound for the Deradeo.
Okay.
Looks good. And this is +1 to wound against the closest visible
Which
target.
is going to be the this particular Lord of Change here.
Exactly.
I'm being told that exalted benefit is +1 known spell and cast.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, cool.
I don't think I have anything. Oh.
I think there's a relic that you're thinking of that gives you one more, but doesn't increase.
Okay, I'll do the boon of change on
Sounds
myself.
good. Got
so
it.
I boon, and I have it right here. It's where is it? It's 1. That's strength. It's not toughness, which is the only thing you care about.
Yeah.
+1 attack. This is +1 attack.
Oh, watch out.
All right.
Watch out.
So charge me at your own peril.
I know, right? All right, so I'm just going to start moving.
Could the horrors have failed morale turn 1? You lost 3.
They lost 3.
And their leadership.
on a
And the
six.
don't they get the leadership from the...
Oh, yeah, they get leadership 10.
from
so
the
they're
greater
good.
demon.
So you're good.
Yeah.
Thank you, J Minor. Hello, friends. In a world of 2 damage heavy bolters, can Imperial Fists get away with just using heavy bolters and assault cannons as anti-tank?
Probably.
Yes, I would say 100%.
You only get the
yes.
extra damage early game, though, right?
No, he's saying if they go to 2 damage.
I know.
Then, yeah. When that was the case, I only played Imperial Fists. I did very well. Last season, I ended up playing literally the last 5 tournaments I played in a row. I won 4 of them with Fists. So, yes, it was Space Marines, but it wasn't like the best Space Marines, and it was largely because of things like that, heavy bolters, stalkers at the time. So yeah, absolutely, they're great. Yeah.
Thank you, Andrew. Love the channel, guys. Question: are Judicar or Calexis fight order abilities mandatory in MSU Blood Angels melee list?
I think the Judicar is fairly auto-include in many Space Marine armies. I would even make them fairly mandatory in Space Marines in Blood Angels, because you don't want people charging you and wiping your squads. So
he's also just like good for
he's a
Blood
good
Angels.
fighter too, yeah.
Like, even if you take away his fight last ability,
yeah,
he's just good stats and a character
he's a good fighter, yeah.
in an elite slot for Blood Angels.
That's true.
Calexis, not as much. Her fight last costs CP, and it's easy to play around it. You just don't charge near the Calexis.
Correct.
Shocking.
The Judicar is a huge aura.
Yeah. Thank you, Subterum. Hey, Titans. The Elite Edition box will be my first 40k units. Is there any recommended chapter to paint the Elite Edition Marines to support AdMech? So I pulled up what is in the Elite Edition box, and it appears to be the Indomitus. It's like half an Indomitus box, so it's 5 Assault Intercessors, 3 of the bikes, and...
Did I hear support AdMech?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, AdMech has shooting, so you could go combat. I think these probably work best as Space Wolves or
White Scars.
White Scars. Space Wolves, White Scars, or Blood Angels.
Yes.
All
of which complement AdMech.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mason. Hellblaster's gun appears to be changing. Assault version goes up to 3 shots, heavy up to 2 base damage, worth taking in 9th.
I saw some leaks about that, but I didn't see... It seemed like a lot of speculation. I certainly don't know anything about that, so... I don't know. If that's how it works, I think they're more interesting as long as their points aren't crazy. The problem has never been that they didn't output damage. The problem has always been that they output damage once and then you lose them forever.
That's fair. Do you have any targeted smites on this boy?
Yes, I do.
Hello, I don't like that. It's +1 too.
It is.
That's pretty mean. Pretty mean.
I tricked them both out for the damage.
The damage. I like it.
Thank you, Joe Time. I hope Adrian sweeps the tournament with Craft Worlds.
Ooh, thank you.
A lot of people, are cheering on the Craft Worlds. I think the army that you're bringing has, hopefully all the armies we're bringing have the chance to go the distance, but that one, I think it's very easy to picture how that one could win the games.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Dean. Love to see the Daredeo. Thoughts on running one with Plasma for Dark Angels? Devastator Doctrine, Relentless Hunt, and weapons from the Dark Age strat is 5, Strength 8, AP 4, damage 4 shots. Hitting on
the first turn only, though. But yes. What's the range on the Daredeo Plasma? 36? Or is it 24?
I think it's pretty long.
I have no idea.
The nice thing is it can move now, but the Daredeo's not a fast dreadnought.
Right.
So I think it's cool. Go for it, man. Sounds awesome. Super rad. Nobody's really seen that in a while. The Daredeo did go up in points a little bit, didn't he?
It's quite pricey.
Yeah. So we wouldn't call it like an efficient pick, but it's still a really fun, cool dreadnought.
Thank you, Devin. Hey guys, trying to make melee heavy Tyranid list that is not centered on Exocrines or Hiveguard. Is this viable, and how would I do it? Also, are Carnifexes viable at all?
Yeah, Carnifexes are great. Obviously, I think the shooty variants are a little easier to play, but the way you do melee Tyranids is to overwhelm your opponent with targets. And you do that through a combination of speed and just the mixture of units. And so Carnifexes do well with that, in the sense that you can just have several of them. They're pretty tough, and your opponent can't shoot at everything. So you'll have this turn where you're like in the middle of the board, and they get to blast you so hard, but then the other half of your army is into their army. Hopefully you have the speed with things like Gene Stealers and stuff to keep them fairly safe from that mid-board blasting. You generally, if you're playing that strategy, have to go crack in, and you want to think about Swarmlord, because movement's the name of the game. But you can absolutely make a combat Tyranids work. They don't hit quite as hard as some of the other armies right now, but they still can hit really hard.
Swarming is really great there because you can obviously hide him behind obscuring and then use his movement to great effect, right? Being able to kind of hang back, counterpunch, push forwards when you need to. Yeah. I think that's really key to being able to play 9th, and that's one of the best tools for that.
Brian, just roll 1 die for me.
What's this?
I just need you to...
Oh, gosh.
All right, he didn't roll a 1, so he doesn't get any pinks back. We can move on.
Oh, leadership.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right.
Because technically I still get to roll it even though...
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Next time you forget it, it's on you, though.
Okay. No, come on, chat. Help me out.
So that's it for movement. We're into the shooting phase. end of movement phase, I'm going to try to res one of the Marines from this squad. I've moved a guy to be within range.
Right, because there's no one wounded here.
There's no one wounded in that
So what, a 4-up?
On a 4-up. Hup. Hey,
Ooh.
that's nice. We get a dude back.
Combine that with the. So do you get the full model, or does he come back on 1 wound?
They come back with 1 wound.
That's okay.
But it's still nice.
It's still great.
It's one more bolter, so no complaints. Just trying to see, do I need to string him anywhere?
Does he have to? Can he come up anywhere the unit is?
Incoherency.
Incoherency. Yeah, totally. So that's cute. All right, cool. Shall we?
We shall.
Let's do some shooting. No tremor shells this turn.
Okay.
I know, shocking. Well, he can do whatever he wants. I mean,
Now I'm up on my objective, so it doesn't matter a whole lot.
Exactly.
You might as well go for damage at this point.
Exactly. So yeah, let's go for some shooting. So that's everything that has to happen at the beginning of the shooting phase. Where to start? I can see pretty much everything now. So this guy has the 6-up Feel and Pain that heals defensively, right?
So
and the Impossible Robe.
And the Impossible Robe.
And this guy has also the Feel and Pain.
And the ability to gain wounds back on when he does mortal wounds.
Right, but that's it, right?
Correct.
Okay, sounds good.
They're both pretty tough to kill.
They're both very tough to kill.
Yeah.
But there is definitely value in dropping the bonuses to cast. We saw how powerful the +2 cast is.
If you get him down, you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. Meaning even if you don't kill them, you're still doing a lot of work, right?
Yeah.
Having said that, of course, there is the Flux Master that the Illuminators can see. So that's going to be kind of a tempting thing.
They have direct line of sight on them, you're saying?
They have direct line of sight. So we're going to start with the easy stuff, though. We're going to do the Derodeo into your Big Bird.
Yep.
And
okay.
I just realized I have to pull up the profile. So
one of the nice things, I position myself behind this obscuring terrain. It's at least going to give me something. Do you have a Chapter Master?
I do have a Chapter Master.
So you're re-rolling everything anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
So the -1 to hit's not that bad.
No. Yeah. Give me a second to pull this up. Do we have any donations, Bridger?
Did you do Psychic Ritual? Did you?
I did.
He did.
And so you got your 3 points for that.
You get 0 points for it.
You get none.
You get 15 if you do it all 3 times.
Right. Well, luckily, this is a text field, so I can just put like a Roman numeral I. Oh no, it's not a text field. I lied. I forgot the software I wrote.
This is the autocannon you have on this?
So this is 8 shots.
Okay.
Because it's a single. Yeah.
Does it have +2 hit fly? Or is that just a 7th edition rule? It has Skyfire.
Yeah, no, it does get +1 to hit against fly.
So -1 +1, you're back to hitting on 2s?
2s, yeah, with the reroll.
Okay.
Sounds good.
This guy was always going to hit.
Yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, this is the autocannon?
Yes. Let's do it. I'm just trying to think if there's any strats or anything. So hitting on 2s, re-rolling. There's 1.
So I might have actually, if you didn't have the +1 against...
Would have been nice. Would have been nice. These are strength 8, so wounding on 3s normally. But
strength 8 autocannon.
It's great.
Tasty.
Well, so they're shorter range than the butchers, but they're a higher strength.
Nice.
And less rend, which you don't care about.
And so you're wounding me on 2s.
+1 to wound, re-rolling.
Yeah.
So 2s, re-rolling this. All right, so that's all 8 of them.
100% hits and wounds.
Let's see though. This
is doing work.
2 damage each, 4 ups.
It's fine.
That was great.
2, 4, 6 damage.
Yeah.
And so now we'll take my Feel No Pains.
Yep.
Adrian generally does good with these Feel No Pains. Let's see if I do. There you go.
Solid.
So that negates 4 damage.
Exactly.
So I take 2.
Brutal.
So he's down to 14.
You know, it's a start. It's a start.
It's something.
Is it though?
Not really.
All right, cool. So let's see.
That's a wicked ability.
Oh, so good.
Oh my god.
So good.
Especially with Brian, who only rolls 6s.
Yeah, this was made for me.
So true. So true.
So he sees the future.
The things, yeah, right. Let's do some easy shots over here. So these guys have pretty limited line of sight. Really, we're just going into this Lord of Change.
Okay. Let's go into
I guess I can get these 2 bolters, like you said. Can see the end of that guy's weapon. So we'll put the 2 into the Demon Prince, and then 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, because you killed 2. Yep, sounds good. So 6 into Mr. Big Bird there. And rapid fire wise, it should be just these guys. This one. Oh, okay. I guess they are in because it's along the ground.
Yeah.
Cool. So we'll do the six dudes into the Lord of Change, which is going to be 12 shots because rapid fire. 1, 2, 3.
So let's see if the bolters could chip some damage.
Right.
I think you might get one.
We'll see. So just 3s to hit.
Yep.
Rerolls from Chapter Master. Oh, I need that. Nice.
That turned it around.
And then 2 6s.
They saw his chin. They looked back and they saw his chin. They weren't even looking. They were only looking at the chin.
He picked up the butt of their gun with his chin.
He just like appears at the butt of each gun, just tilting them a little bit.
He uses his shiny tin to like put a light onto the thing that you're shooting.
I believe my son. This is on 5s. Rerolling the 1s. Ooh, this was cocked, to be fair. Oh my gosh, look at these 1s too. You're gonna fail right.
Okay.
Okay. All right. All right.
So 3 ups.
Yeah.
You might get some. Listen, it's 3 wounds so far. Can I get 1/6?
Oh, Ryan, you're killing me.
Negating it all.
You're killing me.
Evil man.
Oh my gosh.
You bring his hopes high just to tear him down.
That is devastating.
So that's 4 6s out of 9 dice.
Well, when you say it that way.
Amazing. I'm really just kind of stalling over here is what I'm doing.
You could snipe the character. Snipe my Flexmaster.
But the mortal wounds are great against your big dude. Because I'd be winning on 5s normally. I can boost it, so I'm winning on 4s, doing mortal wounds on 5s.
Okay, I hear you.
Adrian, does your Daredale also have heavy bolters that you didn't shoot?
Oh shoot, you're right.
I didn't know if he had flamers or something.
So yeah, you can swap him for the heavy flamers, but he has the heavy bolters because of course, you know. So this is on 3s, rerolling. 2 6s, and 4s, rerolling 1s. Oh. Thanks, guys.
That was excellent.
That was great.
Okay, so 4 ups.
I dare you to do it again.
I don't think I could do it again. So there's 2 wounds.
Okay, we've seen this before, though. We've seen this.
Oh, you saw it.
It hovered. So I need to get you at half to
That's right.
Right? So I need to take you 2-8 or 2-7.
I'll double check it in a second.
Yeah, no worries.
I had it in my notes, and it
should be to 8.
Mm-hmm.
But some weird things in the game, like a Riptide, don't play by the rules.
I feel you.
2-8.
2-8. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do these bolters into here. So it's the full 10-man squad is the one that you didn't shoot.
Okay.
I think no one's in rapid fire range, so just 10 shots.
Okay.
3, 4, 5.
But they are in Torgaradon chin range?
Well, it's the chapter master really, but we can say Torgaradon.
Oh, okay.
They can see him. They can hear the chin.
Yeah.
So here's
It's
10
quite
shots.
a long chin.
So hitting on 4s?
Hitting on 4s. Rerolling everything. Up. Ooh. All right, and then 3 6s, so these actually go back in.
All right.
100%. I'd like 110, but that's all right. This is on 5s, rerolling 1s from the chin. Jeez Louise. Oh, come on. I thought it was
3 ones.
Turn around.
4 ups.
You got it. Ooh.
1/6.
Right.
Okay, so denies.
Why did we let him play this?
Cool.
It's
good. All right, we are gonna do one of the eliminator squads into him.
Yeah.
I need to knock him down a peg. So I'm going to give +1 to wound. The sergeant's not going to shoot.
+1 hit and wound.
It's +1 hit and wound. Yeah.
So you're hitting now instead of on 4s back to 3s. Are they heavy weapons? But it's the
They are heavy weapons.
So you would have been at -2, but now you're at +1, so back to 3s.
Yes.
Or, no, sorry, you would have been at -2, which would have taken you from 3s to 5s.
Right.
And now you're at +1 back to 4s.
4s.
Okay.
Correct.
Cool.
So on 4s with a reroll. Both miss. Here's the reroll. Okay, so we got 1. Normally on 5, but now on a 4.
Is this the no line of sight shooting?
No.
Okay.
Direct line of sight.
Okay.
Because that one's +2 to hit.
Yes.
Well, so no mortal.
But it is a wound.
It is a wound.
A 6 could heal me.
It's D3.
Oh, it's D3. Okay.
2.
Okay.
Sounds good. Next squad, we're going to do the same thing. So, again, on 4s. Gosh, re-rolling both. Hey, so 1 miss, but 1 explosion. And then now on 4s again.
Two
mortals and then 2 saves.
So 2 saves. So 3 wounds.
No, so D3, sorry. So 4 wounds.
So 4 wounds. So you actually could do this.
Yeah, man.
You got it?
Oh, yes.
Wow, that's actually really big.
That was huge.
I didn't think you'd take so many damage, so many wounds off.
The mortal's the +1. I think people forgo that too often. It just helps against
so he's only at +1 to cast now.
That's great. So I have the thunder fire. I mean, I still have a lot of small arm fire, but in fact, yeah, we'll keep throwing these into him just to keep taking those wounds off.
Okay.
So this is the one I res one, so I've got 9 guys.
Okay.
I don't know if the front line is within. Yeah, so just these front 3.
Okay.
Nice.
On rapid fire.
On rapid fire. So
let's see it.
Right. So the other 6 are out, and the front 3 are in. So that's another 6.
And are these guys in chapter master range as well?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Got to reach all the way. So this is on 4s. Hoop.
And 4s because of the obscuring terrain.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You mean dense
5,
terrain?
Yeah.
Dense terrain.
Obscuring.
Which sounds like obscuring.
Yeah.
Winning on 5s. Rerolling 1s.
Oh. You're an animal.
Oh.
This is enough to kill him.
Yeah, man. I'm digging it.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be wild?
Actually, it would affect the whole game. So it's still 4 damage.
Jeez. But watch.
But if I get 4 6s, I actually go up.
I know, right?
So I take 4, I'm down to 2. So now the Thunderfire could drop him.
Yeah.
Wow, Brian didn't roll 6s.
Amazing.
I would stop shooting. Just like, don't.
No, when he's this close
Don't risk it.
So I'm gonna do the Thunderfire, and I'm gonna pay to double shoot it.
Yeah.
I have to decide that now.
Oh,
so this is all into him.
That's 2 CP, right?
2 CP?
2 CP.
Yeah.
So this is 43 shots. So this is gonna be 3, 3, and then 1 on each of those.
Okay.
Hitting on 2s, 3s, because I am going over. Rerolling everything, because I'm next to the Chapter Master. So rerolling this. Nice. And then on 5s, rerolling 1s.
Oh, it's already looking excellent. So that's
open.
4 wounds?
Yep.
I've only got 2 left, everyone. So I'm not dead yet.
Oh, don't do it.
Okay, so I've got 1 wound left.
I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see.
He's going to heal them all back, though.
So here's 43. Ooh.
Oh.
Mean. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. It's like Christmas early. Until I fail.
Listen, if you drop this guy, this is a huge point swing. This is 10-point swing in the game.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
That's true.
And I lose one of my strongest models.
That's right.
It's
so
13 because he's Assassinate.
It's a 13-point swing.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Don't mess this up, Adrian.
On 5s, rerolling 1s. Oh no.
The truth is, this is like all been bolters.
I know, right?
So 1 wound.
Just 2. Just 2.
Here's the first one.
Ah.
The second one.
Oh, you're so mean.
Hey, better than in the Field of Pain.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right.
Jeez.
That's bananas.
Chill.
Yeah. Do I have any other little things I can throw in there?
It's Adrian's revenge.
These ones are 24, correct? The infiltrator guns.
Mm-hmm.
The auto wound on 6s to hit.
No, I'm out of range is what I'm saying.
He's like hoping he has 1 extra shot.
I need like just a smidgen more. Just a little shoot. Okay. Well, hey, that's still great.
Listen, 1 win.
Still severely.
I don't like it.
That's
it
a bad
feels
place
horrible.
to be. Yeah, that would do that.
I'm terrified.
That's my turn. No charges.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could orbital, but I'm not gonna.
Did you score any secondaries?
It's not worth it. It won't work anyways because you hit him on a 5 with the orbital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. What's
it's
that?
3 CP.
Yeah, no.
No.
Yeah.
If you had the free orbital.
So sometimes what I would do is I would max out my warlord traits, and one of them I would take the Imperial Fist one, because you're basically paying for a 1 CP orbital.
Yeah.
Then it's actually quite good.
It's cool, but it rarely pays off, even still.
It's really good against Tau casters.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Tzeentch turn 2.
Tzeentch turn 2.
You're on 3 objectives. So that's 10
and
points.
I've got 2 banners up.
And 2 banners. All right, Brian's winning 12 to 10.
Sounds good.
Pick it up, Adrian.
I don't know what to think of this so far.
Oh, geez. That was so scary. I can't believe he's still alive. I mean, like, I'm glad. I'm glad he's alive. Screamers are 16, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
They're 16 until you put someone on them or that they have to pull.
Thank you, Sean. On a 1 to 10, where would you put Deathwatch in 9th edition in playstyle, and are they easy or hard? I think a lot of the difficulties with Deathwatch right now is in the list building phase.
Well, and it's an army that gives you a lot of choices.
Yeah.
And those choices alone can make it pretty tricky. Is that's Torgare down there?
That's Torgare.
He's got the Mega Fist?
Yep.
The chin, right?
The chin, the Mega Chin.
Exactly. And he's trying to stay behind the Obscuring as much as he can.
Oh, yeah, I won't see him.
No worries.
I'm just worried about him charging me.
Yeah. Yes, they are not the easiest to play. I think they can be quite good. Not to sort of oversimplify it, but they are Space Marines. They are very flexible. So, I don't know, I'd give them like a 7 probably.
All right, nice.
And I don't mean that like a bad, like a lot of people are like, oh, a 7's not great. A 7 is like, it's in the upper
a real
half
7.
for sure. Yeah, exactly. What do you guys think?
I think they're really hard to reason about. And I think it's mostly unexplored space right now.
Yeah.
Deathwatch was already kind of a minority faction. Not a lot of people played them. Mm-hmm. And especially now, they're not one of the factions that I'm seeing getting explored in early 9th. So I would love to see what people could come up with for Deathwatch. I think they have a lot of options.
So it was funny what happened with their Psychic Awakening is it wasn't bad. Like they got better, right? Because they got all the new Space Marine strats.
Yep.
But it just wasn't exciting. So there was a lot of kind of bad feeling around that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like they did get better. Like who benefits more from transhuman on a unit than like kill teams, you know?
Right.
So I think I do agree. I think they are kind of underexplored right now.
Well, there you have it. Thank you, Famous Oaks. I finished my Tau army, moved on to Emperor's Children. What do you think of Soul Burners on Contemptors, a perfect Custodes counter?
Yeah.
Soul Burners are expensive, though. That's the biggest drawback of Soul Burners.
2 units or 1 unit?
1 unit.
Is the gun is like 50 points
This
or
whole
something
thing?
silly.
Okay.
So I don't know about perfect counter to Custodes. They do deal mortal wounds. Just good, generally good against Custodes. But if they deep strike and touch your Contemptor, it dies.
Yeah.
And now you're out a lot of points. So maybe it's not the perfect counter, but it is certainly strong against Custodes.
Yeah, that weapon they made really expensive with the new points changes. But yeah, those mortal wounds.
With good reason.
I mean, yeah, it was yeah.
Thank you, Bobson.
Bobson.
1 CP for Bridger. Don't spend it all in one place. I'm playing against my friend for Meme Dreadnought Heavy Game. Meme Dreadnought Heavy Game with Custodes against Marines. What should I bring? Well, I'll tell you what you should bring. All the Custodes Dreadnoughts, come on. The Achilles is totally cool now. He deals mortals on the charge. The Gladys still isn't great, but he looks awesome, and maybe his Mega Power Sword will get +1 strength.
Oh, man.
And the Telemon, you can't go wrong with the Telemon. Like, literally any loadout is just good.
We talked about like a Dreadnought Custodes army, and we haven't really played it yet, but we were like super excited.
I think it's going to be good. It won't be like super mega top tier, but it'll be strong enough to compete at tournaments, and that's all I'm looking for is like a 9 model army that I can bring to tournaments.
So these guys are going to have a 2-up save behind there.
Yep.
Means it's going to be really hard for me to get through them. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree.
That sucks. Okay, so and this is the 9-man squad on this objective.
You got it.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to advance my big boy, so he's moving 7 inches.
Cool.
So I'll show you the back of his base.
Oh, because he's down to 6.
Would get
He's trying to get out of dodge.
He's trying to reduce the amount of line of sight, especially from things like the Derridero and stuff. But the problem is his slow movement is not enough. I need to get like another 3 inches.
Right.
What's the rule on spinning my model?
That counts.
When it's a single model?
Any part of the base
right, because when it spins, I'm
moving.
taking that extra movement, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's basically I need an extra 3 inches, whether that I use that 3 inches to spin my base or to just move to the left. I rolled a 1. So I'd need a better advance than that. So you could still thunderfire me, and you could still sniper me.
Yep. Or orbital bombardment.
True. It's less interesting. But yes. I'll tell you my idea. I could do that, or I could advance up and try to do a bunch of mortals to you. Because I could hit this front guy and then try to explode into 3 separate units, right?
Yeah, because this is the middle squad,
Yeah, so I'd hit this guy, would hit this squad, and that squad. And maybe I'd get some mortal wounds.
Right.
I still do have +1 to cast on my first cast.
Oh, right, yeah. I was like, how?
So I could end up doing some mortal wounds. The problem is now I would be, like, definitely dead next turn.
Definitely dead.
Like, you'd have to put a lot into me.
Would I?
You'd have to put, well, let's say I got...
I could charge you.
Let's say I got like, let's say I put like 5 wounds into you. Yeah, I'd only get... No, let's say I got 5 wounds back, I'd be at 6. Yeah, you drop me just...
But you have to kill 5 models, though.
No, I think that's plausible.
They're intercested. That's 10...
Oh, it's per model, it's not per wound.
It's per model.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
It's almost better just to hide. So I'm going to re-roll my advance.
Okay.
4.
Hey,
okay,
nice.
So that's what I needed. So we'll just tuck him sideways a bit.
Yeah, so he's using that movement, guys, to rotate his base because...
Or just
or to move farther. Yeah, because this is all obscuring. So as long as he's not touching this, then he can hide. Cool.
Yeah.
So either way. But the rotation is a good thing to bring up, especially with the big wings, right?
And the thing is, it's not that you can't shoot him. You could still shoot him.
Sure. You're just trying to make it harder.
Right. Just trying to make it
harder.
So actually, I might as well advance here because that'll get more models into range. And I'm already going to be at a -1 for at least half my unit, I think.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you agree? It's going to be really hard to pile everyone here.
Really
and 18 inches is right there. Sorry, right there. So, yeah, I would get less than half the unit.
Just get that movement.
So I'm just going to advance.
Yeah.
Oh,
saucy. 12 inches.
So this is my furthest back model is now right where this model is.
Sounds good.
So we're good.
Thank you, Justice Peanut. Love the name. They say, "Hey Titans, new into the game, and I have been painting Crimson Fists for most of this year. Should I buy my list or build my list similar to Imperial Fists?" Yes, with the caveat that you care a lot more about how many models are in a unit.
Yes.
Which is just an interesting, fun little thing for Crimson Fists. But in general, you're going to want to buy a lot of the same models that you would for Imperial Fists. You just care more about how many go in a squad. So you might split up your squads into smaller squads.
Yeah, exactly. And things like the vehicles, if you're into especially some of the old school stuff, like our friend Nick was running like Razorbacks and like smaller like Dreadnoughts and things like that. They do count as more than one model, but it's still kind of small. So you're getting that +1 BS, which is cool.
Yeah, I think they count as 5, right?
They count as 5, which is
the same as a 5-man squad.
What you're
right?
looking at realistically.
That's pretty reasonable.
Once you have your three eliminator squads.
Does that work in combat too? Like if they take Blade Guard veterans, do they get +1 to hit?
I don't know.
For who?
Crimson Fists.
Crimson Fists.
+1 to hit against
I think it's only shooting.
larger units.
Oh, I thought it was shooting and fighting, but I haven't played the Crimson Fist in a long time.
It's been a while.
No, I thought it was in combat as well, because the Power Fist.
You know what you definitely
That'd be really
need
good.
is the Crimson Fist. I'm so jealous that the Crimson Fists have like the best like relic fist. I'm super jealous.
You are?
Yeah, I am. When I read through it, I was like, oh, it's the Imperial Fist. Oh, it's for Crimson Fists only. I just want like a relic Imperial Fist, man. Yeah, not too much to ask for.
Thank you, David. What do you guys think of 3 Landspeeder Tempestists in a White Scar list? I think they're great. We have a friend who was playing those back in 8th. He was playing a bunch of Landspeeders and White Scars because they have the strat for invulns.
Yeah. Well, they just got better, right?
Yeah, I think they're just You're
going to engage on all the fronts every turn, which
honestly,
is massive.
Can we just like post up a memo that's like, to all questions about is a Space Marine model good, the answer is yes.
That's true. It's true.
Not to belittle the questions, but like honestly, Space Marine stuff is just pretty above average everywhere.
Yeah, and you can generally play what you like the look of, the feel of. Like I said earlier about my Imperial Fists, it wasn't necessarily, well, it was pretty good, but you can just play what you want and it'll actually be pretty decent.
Thank you, Jeff. Oh,
thanks, Jeff.
Hold on. I scrolled. Wow, there are a lot of super chats. Okay, I should go faster. Thank you, Jeff. First, go Harlequins in the tournament.
Yeah.
Second is 2 Hellforged Contemptor Dreadnoughts with a single link las cannon, each enough anti-tank for a well-balanced Thousand Suns army. Or do I need more? Awesome stream, guys.
Thank you.
So
it's very close to enough, I would say.
That's 4 las cannons.
It's 4 las cannons. I would generally want like 6 las cannons worth to kind of dissect vehicles in a list. So wherever that one other area of DACA is coming from, I think then it's kind of...
Well, they're also Thousand Suns, so they have Psychic to kind of make up for it.
Which is true. But that's kind of shorter range, right?
It's true.
Even after the increased range, you're still hitting the closest target.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of other things.
I don't know. I think pure Thousand Suns struggle with anti-tank, just in general.
I think the Contemptors are the way to go, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless we want to put some Soul Burners in there.
Decimators.
Thank you, Outrider John. Hello from New Orleans. Your game looks great tonight. I'm a 23-year-old veteran of the Emperor's Children. Do you think Noise Marines will be best as MSU or a few large squads in 9th?
Oh.
I generally like one large squad because you have things like veterans and stuff, which is really good.
And the double shoot, too.
The double shoot, yeah.
Yes, except... I would actually say, so if you're going pure Emperor's Children, I would say a combination because you want some big squads to do that, but you also want lots of small squads just to get Blastmasters.
Totally.
You want to be able to max out on those.
Man, when they go 2 wounds, they're going to be so good.
Oh my gosh. They're already
That's
scary,
exciting.
right? The shoot when they die is like...
It's like you almost want them to die sometimes.
Yeah, you think the banner is bad for Space Marines, but like they just do it,
They just do it.
And the Blastmasters are amazing.
Yeah.
So I really like them. I need to work on mine.
Also a little confused how you're only 23 years old and a veteran of the Emperor's Children.
Yeah.
Like, that's when you get selected to become
When
one.
you're a veteran of anything Slanesh, I don't even want to know.
I want to hear that backstory one day.
Exactly.
Thank you, No Chris. Hey guys, Blood Angels player from Norway here.
Oh, cool.
Love your content,
Chris.
but wish you started earlier. No good channels play Blood Angels, so finish your Blood Angels army ASAP.
I'm working on them.
He's working it.
We play earlier on Saturdays, but this is like when we get off work. So
Yeah, this is unfortunately not our day job. So this is how we make it happen. Saturday, come say hi.
Come play Saturday, yeah.
Yep.
So I deep struck the other 30-man blob over there.
Oh dang.
Basically just got board presence.
Yep.
here's what I'm thinking. I've got this unit in range of over here and here.
Yeah.
And then I've got this unit in range over there. And between combat and shooting, I think probably units in trouble.
Yeah.
This unit, though, is in cover. Where does this unit stop?
This middle one?
Yeah.
So let's see, it's the one with 3s on their shoulders. So they start here.
They're kind of curving around it.
And it's a 10-man? It goes all the way back to here?
That one hasn't been touched yet.
Okay. So how close do you have to be to get cover? Is it only the first 2 inches?
That's a great question.
Do you want to look that up?
Hey, Bridger.
So barricades?
Yes.
Only first 2 inches.
You have to be within an inch.
So this unit will count as completely in cover.
Oh,
this unit currently counts as out of cover.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good.
Right.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay.
I dig it.
So that's the unit I want to try and hurt.
Right.
What I'm going to do is, see, if I bring the flamers down now, what's going to happen is the aggressors are just going to eat my lunch. I'm currently out of double shoot range for the aggressors. I've been very careful to do that. They shoot 18, but they could just move and shoot on me.
Yep.
I could wait. I could wait one more turn because then it's like, what are you going to screen with?
Right.
So I'm going to hold off on the flamers.
Okay. Sounds
all right?
good. Sounds good.
Okay.
We got a little crane.
Yeah, it's magnetized. So
I want to pick up a pink with it.
So these guys are barrel monkeys. They're really hard to place. They all like hook to each other.
Right.
Okay, so we've got a psychic phase.
Cool.
And basically, I draw a line of sight. We draw a line of sight from any part on the model.
Any part of the model.
Okay. So this guy's going to attempt to psychic over there.
Sounds good. So you can see this guy.
You could see those guys. So what we're going to do first is so now, okay, quick question. For the ability where I have this exploding mortal wounds, it's the closest model or closest visible model?
Closest visible
Infernal
model.
Gateway.
Closest visible.
Closest visible model.
Cool. So you can actually rhinoscope that.
Yeah, totally.
Yes. Psychic has always been rhinoscopable.
Very, very cool. Okay, so let me just make sure. 12 inches?
Yeah, it's one of those few spells that it is the closest visible, not just unit, but also model, right? So it affects the whole, it's weird. The whole unit can take D3 wounds, but then it's based off of that first model.
Yeah, exactly.
So
let's just see, he can only see 2 models in that unit. And the closest one is this one in the front. He can see these 2, and this one's closer.
Yep.
So is there anyone within 3 of him?
Oh, yeah. Oh, this guy, no.
No, right?
Sorry, yeah.
So Infernal Gateway is not going to do much there.
That's fair.
So we'll go with the smite.
Yep.
Or you know what? We won't go with smite. Let's first go with my
Gaze of Fate.
Gaze of Fate.
I really wanted you to perils that, so you do have it.
Okay.
You're good.
Now, what I might do is pay 2 CP for Locus of Conjuration.
Ooh.
And I'll put it on this guy, so all of them get plus to cast. I should have done it first to begin with. But so everyone gets +1 to cast. So it's 2 CP for me.
2 CP.
Yeah,
Oh, you're going low.
It's a good ability.
It's so good.
It's not +1. It's reroll.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was gonna say.
Okay. So now we're going to use the Demon Prince to continue the ritual.
Yep. All
Okay.
good.
Ritual's down. Then what we're going to do is put +1 strength from the Flux Master onto probably this unit right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Or it's +1 to wound, right? Flickering Flames.
+1 to wound. Yep.
So that fails. So I'll do my reroll. And actually, is the Locus reroll any dice, or is it all dice?
That's true. I don't know.
I actually don't know.
It all matters in a weird way now that it didn't used to.
So Locus of Conjuration right here is reroll any failed psychic test. So that's both dice.
Yeah, the whole thing. So what do you? Yeah, go for it.
That'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So this unit has +1 to wound.
Sounds good. I mean, it sounds terrifying, but it's good.
It's good.
I'm happy for you.
So now we'll go over to my Lord of Change.
Sounds good.
And so what we want to do is we want to kill only one model and not the second model.
Yeah,
you understand?
that's fair.
So that we can hit you twice. So I'm going to do the D3 mortal wounds first.
Yep. Just a smite?
Not a smite. We're going to do the the gate.
Bolt.
Bolt.
Not bolt.
Not bolt.
Infernal Gateway.
What? That's
No.
the AoE thing. You don't want to do
the AoE one.
But it's only going to hit this one unit.
Yeah. So
So-
you don't want to do that.
That's the one I'm doing first.
Okay.
that. What?
It seems backwards.
No, because
to me,
then you
but-
won't pull this model.
But you can still see this guy.
Let me explain.
Okay.
You're not understanding my reasoning.
I definitely am not.
If I smite and kill them too,
Yeah.
then he can't see anyone else for
Oh,
any more
true.
psychic
Yeah,
powers.
yeah.
And if I smite you, you're not going to pull this model and then give me
I see.
perfect efficiency.
Mm-hmm.
So if I do D3 first and you lose only this model, or
Isn't there a wounded guy in
where's
that
the
squad?
wounded guy from this squad actually?
Oh, yeah. That's this one right here.
Oh, this is one squad all the way back here.
Well, it's these ones, and then I have them just poking out here.
Oh, okay, okay. So that is the first guy you've got to drop.
Yeah.
So you are going to smite, right?
So no, I won't.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
Willie, won't
we're
you?
good?
I don't know what you're rolling, but I trust you.
So that is 6, 7, and it's cast on an 8.
It is.
So I'm going to re-roll the one.
With gaze.
With gaze.
With gaze,
Sounds
yeah.
good. Okay, so it goes off.
So I get a 10, 11, which isn't a 12.
No, exactly.
Actually, I need above a 12. Or no, a 12.
You need a 12.
12. So 12. D3 mortal wounds to you.
Mm-hmm. 2?
Just 2.
All right, and then 2 5-ups. Come on, 5-ups. All right, take 2. Right, so kill him, and
then a wound on somebody.
Good talk. Glad we
Good talk.
figured
It's
that one out.
complicated.
It is complicated.
Now we're going to smite. So we just got to see who he wants to put the wound on. Who he wants to die next, basically.
I love how neither Adrian nor I could figure out what you were saying.
Right, it's going to be this guy.
But it was right, though.
You were right.
Thank you.
I mean, but it was also...
So I re-roll.
Yeah?
From
Okay.
my locus?
Yeah. Gosh, so many. Tzeentch Psychic.
So that's a super smite.
Nice. Of course it is. Of course it is.
So
4.
that's 4 damage.
Oh my gosh. Well, we've seen this before, guys. It's fine. We can make those 5-ups. Come on, 5s for the Emperor. All right. Well, not so much.
2 more models drop.
Beep.
Okay. Good.
Try not to talk about the Emperor too much, Adrian.
So
it really
how many
didn't work
models
for me.
did I drop
true.
total that turn? That was 3 or 4?
Sorry, hold on. I'm just making sure I'm not pulling out of coherency. You killed 3.
That was 3.
This is earlier.
So on 4 ups, I get wounds back.
Sounds good.
So 1 wound back. I'm at 2.
Back to 2. Hey, that 2, that 1 wound I did to you, that was 2 CP for the Thunderfire. So
Yeah.
that's no joke, man.
It's no joke.
Like,
All right.
Transferred the CP.
Okay. So this is the guy with +1 cast.
Yes.
So what we're going to do with this guy is try to do more mortal wounds to you.
+1. Wait, what?
He has +1, an additional cast.
This guy?
No, this guy.
I thought that was this guy.
Yeah, and I've done 2 spells so far.
Oh,
and I'm doing an additional
because
cast.
of that.
We're good?
You did, yeah, you did smite and
So I'm
you
going
did
to do bolt of
gaze
change on you.
and bolt. Okay.
So now I'm doing bolt.
Sounds good.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
So confusing.
So that's 5. It fails.
Okay.
So I'll re-roll it.
Yep. 7?
It's 7, 8. It succeeds.
Why are you getting
Born of
+1?
Sorcerer, Warlord trait.
Isn't that only your
First
first?
cast.
Oh my
First
god.
cast.
I always
Every
think it's
time,
all the
right?
cast.
You said it on the last one too,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it didn't matter.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
You're good. You're good.
I always think it should be all.
It would be an auto take.
It wouldn't. It wasn't. The other ones are great.
Well, I like the -1 damage.
-1
better.
damage.
Plus
Yeah.
one to cast is
+1
really
to cast.
good,
Like,
though.
The dudes already have +2 though.
That gets you to +3. That's even better. You're super
Fair enough.
smiting all the time.
So he's done.
I don't believe you. All right,
job.
so he's done. You did your ritual. You did him.
I actually did all of these. I only have.
All right, cool.
I only have the other Lord of
Sounds
Change.
good. Cool.
So
we're definitely playing a psychic game today.
we're getting there. So we're gonna Boon of Change on myself. Or what's the range on it? It's Boon of Change is only 18.
Oh, does he have it? But I thought this guy had it.
They both do. They basically have the same.
You like that one, huh?
No. I just had to take power. So I'm gonna Boon
Interesting.
of Change my own guy.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I can make him tougher.
Oh yeah, that would be big.
Well, what do you have that would hit him that even has strength that would matter?
All my bolters.
Yeah, it would make you wounding on 6s,
Yeah.
right? So I'm going to go for that and pray for the best.
Okay, goes
so
off.
that goes off.
And
I need a high number. So this is attacks again.
Yeah.
And it's not re-rollable.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we're just going to smite you.
Yep.
So that's a super smite.
Oh my gosh, Brian.
Every time.
And that's 5 mortal wounds.
Gosh. You know, when you get a super smite, the rule that I follow is you have to roll like a 1
A 1
or
or
2.
2, yeah. Not a 4 plus
I mean,
1.
you're not really like a crazy high, but they're just consistently
Yeah.
4s, right? So this is 5 ups. Whoops. Oof.
Good start.
Oh, jeez.
So you only lose 2.
Ooh. So let's see. This guy was wounded. Brr.
So this was dangerous. We actually don't want all of them to be pulled out. So yeah.
I need to keep this guy for that.
Where are the rest of them?
I mean, this is the squad.
That's
right?
all the squad. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I was gonna
So
say. I thought you were somewhere on the
I
other
want to
side.
keep in range of captain.
Right.
So boom, and then a wound transfers over. All right.
Great.
Cool.
Okie doke. I did psychic. I know it was a lot. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, man. You are good.
Boon of Change is infantry only.
Oh,
Oh, is it?
so you're pink.
Apparently.
Cool. My pinks have +1 attack then. Great.
You got it. They grew an arm.
It's infantry only?
That sucks.
That's what
I
I'm
actually
told.
never thought that. I didn't read it very
It's
fast.
fine, yeah.
I didn't read it very fast.
The truth comes out.
I was like, Boon of Change, that's the thing with the extra things. Got
I mean,
it.
it is a real problem with the armor. You have so many casts and you have so many double ups. Like, you kind of end up throwing spells on.
Yeah. So this time I actually have shooting.
What?
So we're gonna have to split fire because they can't all see this unit. So we'll put this blob into this unit and then this blob into this unit.
Sounds good.
And how many are left in this squad?
4, maybe?
Okay.
I don't know.
1,
3,
2.
4,
This is why I
5,
have the shoulder markings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6 actually.
Because this is 2, this is 1. Yep, sounds good. I'm just trying to keep the number of that I've killed separate for leadership and all that stuff. So yeah, I've got 6 left in this squad and some other indiscriminate amount over there. So I know you guys maybe can't see it from the camera, but I do have numbers on all the shoulder pads. In this list, I only have 30. I was running 40 or even 50 intercessors at one point. It's just a bunch of yellow bodies that, I mean, one, it just looks cool to have squad markings, but 2 is like, I really need this to be able to play.
So I'm actually going to do all but 3, because those 3 are going to go into the other squad, because the other squad has less cover.
All but
so
3?
Show me where the other models are for this squad.
So it actually goes all the way here.
Okay, so this unit is currently out of cover as well. Okay.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so I'll put them back in.
Yeah.
All right, Boon of Tzeentch is anything.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's okay. That's all right. That's all right, guys. All good. So
Got a lot of chat delay.
Everything but 3.
No, I'm just going to put them all. Everything from here
into the squad. Okay,
into this squad, and then we'll move over to the other squad, okay?
Go for it.
This blob here, I'm doing this blob first. I don't have enough dice.
And the other blob's going where?
They're going to go into, there are 2 5-man squads?
No, it's like 6 and like almost 10, I think.
So they'll go into the 10.
Okay, sounds good. Cool. There's something.
Got it?
Yeah. So this is this blob over here.
Yeah, and this is the unit with flickering flames. So they'll be
on
running on. So they're +1 strength.
Yeah, hitting on 5s.
Hitting on 5s. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Because they advanced.
Yep.
Yeah. And I reroll my 1s from the Demon Prince.
You're in
Just
6.
Yeah, right there to there. Yeah.
Sounds good. Cool.
And great. Oh, good conversion on that.
Conversion.
So that one I flipped. And then 1, 2.
For you, this for you.
Okay, that's all my hits.
Sounds good.
And then these are 3s to wound. All right.
So yeah.
Good.
That was great.
And then you've got 3 up saves.
You got it. So this is this squad, right?
Yeah.
So 1, 2. I have 2 that are out of the cover, truly.
Okay.
So I'm going to do 4 at a time, and then we'll be in cover. So 3s, so kills a guy, and then 3s, and 3s. Good. Okay. So 1 guy.
Okay.
Do you need the same or? Yeah.
No, I need many more.
So many dice.
So I'm gonna have to do this, and then I'm gonna have to do this one more time. -3. So this is into the next squad. Ones nicely clumped together.
That was pretty good, actually.
For convenience.
Look at that.
No conversion though.
Wow. I don't think you're gonna need it.
It was a good number of hits, and then.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then
3s.
And then we'll do another batch again. Okay, good.
Pretty good.
4.
All right, so 3s. I'd have to. Yep. Okay, so 1 guy. In this squad.
Okay. 24, 26, 27. Okay. All right. Last batch.
Checking the squads.
5s
5s again. Rerolling 1s from the Demon Prince.
It's nice and thematic to have the shoulder pads.
Yeah.
But it's not super practical.
It's a pain in the ass, yeah.
I mean, it's better than the alternative.
Which is nothing?
Which is
Rubber
nothing.
bands?
Rubber bands?
Colored bases?
What a monster. Colored bases. All right, cool. And 3s.
Tell you what, it's easy to distinguish.
There we go.
So 2.5.
Okay.
So you killed 3 guys.
All right.
Boom. I'll put a wound. But not like that, because that would kill from coherency.
Okay. Now on this side here.
Yep.
We're just gonna put them all into that unit right in front.
Cool deal.
They don't have +1 to wound, but they do have +1 strength.
Yeah.
2, 4, 6.
And they're hitting on 4s, right? They didn't. They just deep struck.
Yep.
So that's good.
20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 29, 30. So I'm going to do this 3 times.
Sounds good.
This army throws a lot of dice.
It's
like they're mini aggressors.
It's so many.
Okay.
Do some sorting. That was a hit. Wow, that was really good, Brian.
Are we playing a guard game here? What's going on?
Yeah. Well, this is what
like
happens.
A guard game.
I know.
So this is on 4s to wound.
Great.
Oh. All right, those are your first batch of wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool deal. And 3s. Gosh. So 5.
And
So
there was a
that'll kill
wounded model.
Three
So 3 guys go down.
You got it.
It's a good batch.
All right.
Okay. Next ones.
I'm gonna put 4 for my wound pool here, and we'll see.
Right. Because
They congregate, and then you can pull them. They can
understand.
aggregate.
Thank you.
Jeez Louise.
I know how to hit.
Oh
on
my
4s.
gosh. Yeah, your 5 was like, whatever. But your 4 is.
It's like all of them, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, 4s again.
Brutal.
All right.
Cool.
And I get to do this one more time. This is a lot of shots.
Again?
Yeah, that was only twice. This is 90 shots.
3s. And do.
Is that the squad?
Probably. Boom, boom. So it was 4, 6, 8. So I owe you 2, 3, 4.5 guys. Now I already pulled a guy. So not quite the squad yet.
Okay.
1, 2.
There's one guy on 1 wound? Or?
3. Yep.
Okay.
The guy with the wound. Can you do it?
I don't know.
Can
I didn't
you
hit
do
as
it?
well this time.
Oh.
Oh, one to reroll.
Tragic.
I know. It still didn't even out, you know?
Yeah, I know. That was great.
Like the odds. No, this was still fun.
Promote those guys. Jeez.
Promote them to what? Flamers?
I don't know, demons have like a whole hierarchy of
They
promotion.
do.
I think you have to be born as one, don't
It's gonna
you?
be fine.
That's it.
No.
No,
All right,
actually.
he goes down.
Demon
40K
princes are made, not born.
That's most of them. All the plague bearers are actually people that have been infected with Nurgle like a
Okay.
long time ago. It's crazy.
So
Well, that hurt. I was like, this was great. I had amazing saves,
sucked.
and then you just wiped a bunch of stuff.
Oh, thank you. Chad is totally behind me on this colored base thing.
Can't do it, guys. Sorry.
It's just practical. It's like,
it's practical, but it's like gross. Like
is it gross?
I don't like the way it looks.
So I'm thinking we try to fight. What's his name?
Torgaradon?
Is he gonna? He's gonna wreck me. Is he a 3-up invuln or a 4-up invuln?
4 up.
He's a 4-up,
He's 4 up.
and he has 7 wounds.
Yeah, something like that.
So I can't take 7 wounds. Not even
Do it. You won't.
He's T5 though, and I'm strength 6.
Yeah.
The chin is too strong.
The chin is too strong.
I actually could take him.
Mhm.
Okay, it's a 9-inch charge.
So you think?
It's a 9-inch charge. The problem is he either fights me first or I fight him first. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that's fair.
So 9-inch.
Okay.
There it is.
It's happening. It's happening one way or another. I actually don't know which one would be better for me, but I was like, I'm just going to egg you on and see what happens. Yeah, so it's 7 wounds, T5, 3 up, 4 up. What's your strength?
6.
6. That's pretty good.
Thinking of transhumaning?
I hate it when it's only -1 to wound.
Exactly.
It's horrible. We're going to have to talk about those profiles just so I have all the information.
Okay, so they made the charge. The Lord of Change is obscured, so he's just going to stay obscured.
Fair enough.
And I don't think anyone, they advanced,
Yeah,
and they're out of range.
Okay.
So that's my only charge.
Sounds good.
So we're going to fight, and
Let's do it.
I've got 4 Screamers,
Okay.
and so let me talk to you about it.
Let's hear about them.
3 attacks each, strength 6, -3, 2 damage. Enough to get him.
That's pretty good.
Like, if things go well.
You're hitting on 4s, which is my one.
I'm hitting
saving
on
grade.
4s, and I have no extra stratagems. They do have a stratagem for reroll wounds only against vehicles and monsters.
Right.
And although he has a monster chin, he doesn't have the monster key.
Can I lightning fast?
On average, you don't die here.
On average, he doesn't die, and he comes back and wrecks a bunch. But I'm not average, man.
But this is Brian.
How
Yeah.
many CP do I have?
You have 8.
I have 8.
You gonna transhuman? Because that's
Ouch.
not large.
What?
On average, it is a change of 1 wound if you transhuman.
That seems wrong. That makes me doubt the rest of your math.
Because he has 6 hits, and he's wounding on 3s.
All
so
right, do it.
4 wounds.
Do it.
You
Bring it
drop
on,
him to
son.
3 wounds.
He's going to roll so badly.
I'm gonna die.
So I have no rerolls here, which is a shame.
Yeah.
Um,
You're like, what's in my tome? What can I use?
There's nothing.
So hitting on 4s, but they could really.
This is where we need it to go hot.
Yeah.
Seems good.
Seems
I
average.
think a bit above average. Just slightly above.
One above average.
Yeah, I'll take it. 93s. Yes.
I'll reroll this one.
You will?
Yeah.
Okay. You wild.
Everything to get him.
Brian's
Sounds
down
good.
to 1
Did you
command
bump
point.
another one, or was that?
No, I didn't bump it.
Sounds good.
Yeah. It bumped it, but from a wound to a wound.
Yep.
So
this
now you have
is
4 up invulns.
4 pinfalls.
And hold on, you have 7 wounds or
Yeah.
6 wounds?
I have 7.
Yeah. So I need to get. You need to fail all but
and
1.
I need to fail 4 then,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, which you're not going to do.
That would never happen, right?
Never.
It would be fine.
Just so.
Oh,
6.
I would still spend a CP here.
Yeah, for that I'll spend the CP. So here's rerolling 1. course.
So the dude has 1 wound left.
1 wound. Apothecary! Heal me, sir! Shoot. All right, I'm going to hit you back now.
Yeah.
So I've
The
got...
guy is a beast.
He is a beast. So he's got 5 attacks, 6 angry assault. We're hitting on...
Excuse me, Adrian. It's anger charge.
Anger charge. But I got charged.
Yep.
It's...
Uh-huh.
You're not trapped in here with me. I'm trapped... Oh, wait. All right, so it is a -1 to hit. This is the weird thing about the gauntlet. It is 3 flat damage, which is awesome. But he gets -1 to hit. So hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s from himself. So 1 miss, 1 reroll from himself. Looks good. And then winning on 2s. Because this is strength
10.
12.
Oh, 12.
It's ×3. It's like the only ×3 in the game. All right, cool.
Of course you roll a 1 though.
I know, of
So
course.
I've got 4 ups.
×3? What?
Yeah, ×3.
What?
It's his chin.
This is
So this is 4 ups.
So I lose 1.
Oh, Brian, what is this? Like, if I did this save, I lose 1 more.
So I can't pile in, unfortunately, because there's a wall. There's a red door, and as we said, I can't go through red doors. Yeah. Only he can go through red doors.
It is known. It is known.
Well,
Fiddlesticks.
That's it for turn 2, right?
That's all I got.
You ready to score it up?
Yup.
Cool. That's it. All right, cool. Scored up.
That hurt a lot.
Nice.
What are my secondaries?
Psychic Ritual, while we stand, we fight, and raise the banners.
Yeah, I'm playing the game.
Did you raise any other banners this turn?
I did lose some here. They're fine.
Yeah, with the change.
I did lose some here. 3.
So you have 3 banners.
1, 2, 3.
Adrian, are you still on 3 objectives?
He is. He just has a morale check.
No, I'm only on 2 objectives. You took me off.
Oh, I took him off that one. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
So yeah, so that's
why I didn't focus fire here, because I knew I was going to take you off that one.
No, that was the right call. That was good. You wanted to take me off, and you could take me off. This flank is the thing I've been worried about the whole game.
Yeah.
So that's good. Yeah. So start of my turn.
Yes.
I have 2 points that I'm holding.
Did you did a morale check for the squad?
Yeah, they're all good.
You're good.
Yeah, that's it.
So you get 10 primary.
10 primary.
Yep.
All right.
Sounds good.
It's looking
do
good.
some cleanup. Okay, so litany. Oh, we did. Oh, I didn't do litanies.
No.
No, we did.
Now's the time.
Now it's your turn.
Oh yeah, you made me go first. My bad. Well, we still need the psychic one.
Yeah. Good. Good.
Hits in combat. I can bring up my chapter master. He's your targeted smite guy.
Yes.
No one else has that, right?
No. The problem is you start bringing your characters to me. They're the while we stand, we fight.
Well, he's one of them.
I know.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. That's why it was worth the long bomb, because the screamers are worth nothing to me.
No, that was totally the right call. I was worried about your psychic, so that's I positioned him based off of that. But then you're open to other stuff. So basically, I'm just deciding what other litany to do. Do I want to do +1 to wound? Do I want to just do rerolls to hit?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Ooh.
All right.
+1 to wound's good. It's always good.
+1 to wound.
But it's only on 1 unit, right?
Yeah.
So there's no amazing target.
Yeah.
This is one of the reasons I was splitting my buffs or splitting my attacks on his units, because you could pick 1 unit and it could rapid fire a ton. You could give it +2 wound. I don't like. There's no, because this isn't 8th edition. There's no benefit for me dropping your squad. I might as well hurt both squads. It's actually almost better because I'm not taking the objective from you.
Exactly.
So it's irrelevant.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't fight twice with a big squad. There's just a lot of reasons not to worry about it. Plus, you would have started to get cover, and my efficiency would have went down.
Right.
That's a big reason not to.
I'm realizing I totally forgot about these guys, which are from this squad. So do you mind if I need to keep them on coherency? The sergeant's here. So
yeah, I know. It can be tough when you've got all the models. They look the same.
Yeah, so I'd have to pull from the back instead, basically, like this. I'd rather than be here, but that's the way it goes. So we will do +1 to wound. Let's see if we get it. Goes off.
Right.
And we're going to grant it to...
So where's this, the chaplain down there?
This is the chaplain here, and... Well, we'll give it to this squad right here.
Yeah, this squad.
Yeah.
This is...
they have the most bolters in them.
Is this
still.
like a 7-man squad or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Great.
Which makes sense. I was like, I felt like they lost more than they should have, but that's it. Cool.
Battle with Tor Garadon.
All right, thank you, Origami Knife. What do you guys think about the apparent buff to Firstborn Marines? How do you think it will impact competitiveness or competitive lists? I think it will have a massive ripple effect across the entire game. So many armies are changing, and because of that, the entire meta changes. Like all of Space Marines, all of Chaos Space Marines, and then if those weapon changes take effect for other armies, Guard changes, Sisters change dramatically. Like This is going to have a huge ripple
He's
effect.
falling back. What a coward.
He is a coward. Well, he's a strategic genius. So this is all part of his plan.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get fought. He's worth 5 points.
Yeah.
We're both losing while we stand, we fight if we're not careful.
Exactly.
Thank you, Gerald. Go Demons. Thank you for the content, dudes. Can't wait to see how KOS does. KOS.
Keeper of
Secrets, which is not in this game, right?
Ryan does the same thing.
I always call the Lord of Change a Keeper of Secrets because I secretly want the Keeper of Secrets because they're way better. But yeah, they're all pretty cool. This is the second best Greater Demon.
Actually, we're gonna
because their durability. Ultimately, even though that guy did get chipped a lot of damage from him, to be honest, your army can do a lot of damage like that. So.
Thank you, Anthony. Hello from Bay Area. Loving the content. Gents, so glad I can finally catch one live. Where do you guys think Space Wolves will be in the projected meta? And what are your top 3 units for the faction that you would suggest?
Space Wolves are great in the meta. They play the mid-board combat game really well. I love the Judicar with them because when they get up in that mid-board, you could have a Judicar and someone with Belt of or Armor of Rust, and you're just always fighting first. I also love the Blade Guard veterans, the new Blade Guard veterans with them because they just work really well. They hit super well, and they've got a bit of durability against shooting, which the army doesn't have because they've got a couple wounds and they've got the shields. So I'm really loving them as well. I don't know. I think people are doing well right now with Wolfen, generally just because of the 4-up invulns. I think they're a little pricey, but people have been doing well with them.
3-up invuln?
Yeah, 3-up invuln.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. People have been doing well with like invulns across the army, like Blade Guard, Wolfen, etc.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's like it's hard to shoot them. They're on the mid board. They're scoring points. You've got to come in. You charge them. They wipe you. You can't get near the objective because then they heroically intervene on you. They play the game really well as long as you play that mid board game.
Thank you, Ishpulk. Great content. 1 CP for Bridger. It was cool to see that you are not just a servo skull. Hopefully your next game will go better. What do you think that Scions could use for making them a viable list? Oof. It's tough because
love the Scions.
Scions, if you want to mix with regular guard, like I think full Scions have a tough time playing the game. They just don't have enough units. And if you mix them with guard, you take extra detachments and you cost yourself CP. And Scions love CP, so it's tough.
I love the Scions. I've been contemplating doing up. It wasn't on one of our army lists to do in the short term, but I've been contemplating like paying a studio to do like a really premium Scions because they're such a classy looking army.
That's true.
But they're kind of this one trick thing for most people who play them is what they do is they just deep strike everything in or drop from planes, shoot you once, wreck a half or a third of an opponent's army, and then they all die the next turn. And I don't know any way around that. They're still just guardsmen. You know what I mean?
Advancing infiltrators, 4, so 10.
So yeah, that's a tricky one.
That's nice.
I think they need a durable unit to make them viable. Like there needs to be some elite
like
Bulgrin type thing, which just completely clashes in the lore. So I don't think it'll happen.
I did roll the advance. I needed it. Or I got the one I needed.
Thank you, Mason. I just started working on a White Scars successor using the Indomitus box. Can't wait to see the White Scars in the T-Squared tournament.
Oh man,
yes.
I'm so excited.
So that army is the last one to be painted. So their game is last to buy us the most time to paint them.
Yeah, that's right.
The army is almost, to be honest, it's almost done. But you would never want to be at the wire where you're rushing such a nice looking army. You don't want to have to rush them.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to see them come in. Man, they're gonna be a great army.
It's gonna be so cool.
But one downside, we've played the White Scars like with like proxies here to practice. So that's where I've got my practice. But I won't get any like official practice games with the army. My first game will be with them on the table.
You really have a responsibility to do well. We've been talking about the White Scars.
Yeah.
We really like them for
But we've played practice games with them, and we have an idea.
Yeah. No, I know.
But I haven't played like a dozen.
When it works. I don't know.
Yeah.
So quick question. Is there a double heal strat with the Apothecary? Most codexes have that. I just don't remember.
Did you make this guy Master Apothecary?
No.
The Master Apothecary
is the only way to do it. It's not like when you heal, you can heal again. Okay, sounds good. So this is end of movement phase. I'm going to try to heal Tor Garradon.
So for D3?
For D3.
Big 3.
That's great.
So he's up to 4.
That's awesome. Big deal, big deal.
And this was smart. So he moved Tor Garradon first, and then the Apothecary second.
Yep.
And that's because you have to do it at the end of the Apothecary's movement. So honestly, in a friendly game, it wouldn't matter, but in a tournament, if you don't get that order of operations right, you can't heal.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And making sure that I honestly got a bit lucky on the distances because they were like barely within range of being like, if I move towards you and then you come towards me.
It looked close, but it looked doable.
If I was smarter, I would have just made sure that that was kind of the case all the time.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what the apothecary does. I know I'm going to take wounds, things like that. He can run around patch. All right, cool. So I believe that's it. We've moved out the aggressors. We're going to try to shoot the crap out of these guys.
Yes.
The Deo is going to be going into the Screamers because they are touching the terrain and +1 against fly. He doesn't really have a good target other than them, and this is kind of perfect.
Okay.
They're 2 wounds, right?
The Screamers are 2.
So that's
perfect.
We love that. All right, let's go ahead and do some shooting. We're going to start with him because he doesn't have another target.
So he's shooting the Screamers because they're technically touching the door, which means they're in the terrain. And so even though that wall's obscuring, I'm in the terrain and he can actually see me over the wall. So that means he can free to target me.
That's right. So let's take a look. So this is 8 shots into them on 2s.
Yep, I love the no penalty for moving.
So great, right? Especially for them. And they move decently fast.
Yeah.
So they all hit. Strength 8, so on 2s again, re-rolling 1s. Okay, so this many saves.
I think this unit's in big trouble.
He's hoping. They hurt my man. I can't stand by that. I can't. Bad.
You're getting 1 autocannon in each eye. So I lose 3. So there's 1 left.
Yeah.
You got your heavy bolters?
I do.
So let's do the heavy bolters and then I'll pull.
We'll see what we can do. So this is on 3s this time, re-rolling.
Okay. Can you tell me why it's not on 2s? The Deo hits on 2s.
Oh, he starts with 2s. Okay, sounds good. So
there was only 1 in there.
There was 1. So let me just re-roll that in case it's a 6. I don't want to double dip. And then on 3s, re-rolling 1s.
Oh, come on. I think you got. Oh, okay.
It's like telling me there's a chance. Okay.
He just dies.
You're a gentleman and a scholar.
Yeah. So he got all 4. Oh, actually, there's only 3 because you killed 1 combat.
Okay. I only see 3, but I was like, there's 1 behind.
No,
right?
there was a unit of 4, but I forgot the Torgerdon. Didn't quite make it happen.
A single Screamer.
Yeah.
Cool. Good stuff. Let's go ahead and do aggressors because we
end of the Screamers.
End of the Screamers.
Which is good because they're the thing that could have got back there.
I was nervous about them. They're gonna eat me up. So aggressors into actually.
Are we gonna see it?
We will, but I need to consider if I'm gonna go for the changeling. I do it now to take away his feel no pain. The question is
with the snipers.
With the snipers.
Mm-hmm.
Take the shot. Pull the trigger.
We need to talk about the elephant in the room, which is the Lord of Change, though. So it's
that's
like,
the thing.
Before I do this, I've decided about this, and before I do this, I've decided about this.
Yeah, he needs to decide how many shots he puts into the keeper.
Oh gosh.
He actually has
into
a lot
the Lord of Change.
Lord of Change. The truth is, it's a lot of difficult decisions because there are better efficiencies.
Yeah.
Like there are big swings in efficiency if he does it wrong.
So I'm gonna start with the non-decision, which is my captain that's touching the train, going into the changeling. He can't see the big
he's
bird.
A sniper.
Yep, he's a sniper. But he can't ignore line of sight.
This is a Phobos captain.
Phobos captain, baby.
I thought for some reason I thought only the Phobos lieutenant was a sniper.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I think the Phobos lieutenant even isn't a sniper.
Oh, okay.
You have
I got
to
it backwards.
upgrade it with Raven Guard. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So this is into the changeling, hitting on a 2. Good enough.
And this isn't a heavy weapon?
No, it's assault.
Ooh.
It's a super weird sniper. So strength 4, so winning on a 3, rerolling 1s. So no mortals, but it is a save and does 3 damage.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't want to fail this.
Great.
There it is.
Then I won't. Fine. Well, cool.
Ouch. That would because that's a mastercrafted stalker or not stalker. Sorry,
it's just a. I forget.
Is it a relic?
Bolt
No.
It's a mastercrafted bolt carbine.
That's right. It's mastercrafted, but it's not a relic. It's the default one. It's great and does mortal wounds on 6s. Awesome.
I'm into it.
And it's a bolt weapon, so you can explode it.
That's classy.
It's super cute.
All right. So what are we doing next? You were hoping for an easy win on the.
I think I'm overly worried about the changeling.
I think you are overly worried.
Yeah.
I think you should forget about him and
exactly.
You need to kill this thing. Remember we said 13-point swing.
Yep.
You need to kill him.
I moved one of the eliminators so they can see his wing just like you could using the same angle. So we're gonna start with them.
Sorry, both so that 2 of them could. You're saying.
One squad.
Okay.
So, but only 2 of them can. But I'm gonna boost with the sergeant, right?
Understood.
So sergeant's not gonna shoot. He gives +1 to hit, +1 to wound.
So you're back to hitting on 3s.
On 3s because there's no.
And you moved with heavy.
There's no additional minuses. Exactly.
Okay.
So on 3s, rerolling from Chapter Master.
Okay. Just no 6. Okay.
Good. And then this is
on 5s.
Normally
4s.
5s, now 4s.
Yeah.
And then
mortals on 5s.
5s do mortals.
Okay. So 1 mortal, 1 save.
And
is he gonna command point it?
It's not worth it.
I know I would.
Would you?
Yes.
Okay.
You would?
Yes.
You know what? Go for it. That's cool.
He has 8 CP. Yes. That's
Okay.
it. You did.
So 2 saves. 2 saves. No. So now it's 2d3.
Yeah. Come on. Oh!
So I just took 6,
8 damage.
7, 8. 2,
I love
4,
eliminators, man.
6,
They're so
8.
good.
This is just more chances to roll 6.
I mean, you're gonna do it. That's the worst part. Well, so the one advantage is now he has to survive, and then the healing pains come through. The healing comes through.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry,
You
that's
did.
bad.
It's
And I
really good
dropped
when
one.
you're at the start of your health, but it degrades.
So that wouldn't have mattered anyways. It just would have negated 6, and I still would have lost exactly 2.
Exactly,
You
yeah.
can see, even if it did it the other way.
Yeah, but that is the one balancing factor in case everyone's like, this thing's amazing. It is amazing, but it's not broken because if you can kill him before he heals, then he dies.
So it's big.
That's big.
It's big.
That's real nice.
That's 8 points plus 5 endgame.
Yeah, buddy.
That's a lot.
That's really good.
It's
a lot
big.
of points.
It forces me to now get his while we stand, we fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Cool. We're gonna put the other eliminators into the Flux Master.
Okay.
We're not gonna boost them because there's actually no point here.
This is just the indirect shots.
They're indirect, so they can't do mortals anyways.
Yeah.
I'm already wounding on 3s. So this is hitting on 2s. Okay, no 6s, and then wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s.
Okay.
All right, so all
So 3 wounds, and I've only got 2 wounds left.
Yeah, he's hoping.
And
Okay. You in 6?
I don't know actually. I was trying to be, but I might not have been. Oh yeah, I'm fine. So I need 1 6. Okay.
Both
1
sides.
6. Yeah.
Oh,
so it lives.
Brian, you're killing me. Oh my gosh. All right, cool.
That's why I'll always bring something that gives me 6 feeling pains.
It's a big deal.
Okay.
All right, that's enough fun and games. We're gonna do the aggressors now into the pinks. I did move, so I'm not double shooting, but it is blast.
Yes.
The top weapons are blast, so that's gonna be
36 shots.
36 shots.
That's a lot.
12 shots each.
So it's 6 for the fist.
Yeah.
And then 6 for the
D6.
top.
D6.
So
right?
12 per
36.
model. So
Yeah,
36.
Sounds good.
So yeah, most of these dice add up to 30.
There's quite a few on the ground, though.
There's a few. I'll grab a few more. We'll see if we can get to
Here's
there.
10, 20, 25.
Man, no Fs in chat for the
30.
Big Bird.
He
They're
was
happy
gonna go.
to see him die.
The truth is, he was going to go
It
down.
was just a question of how much was I gonna have to waste.
Yeah.
So this is 30 shots.
Okay.
All right, so we're hitting on 3s.
Right, because they don't have to shoot into the dense cover, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Hitting on 3s, rerolling everything from Chapter Master. I could give this extra
Where is the?
exploding,
Oh, the
but-
chapter master is just right over here.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I moved him over so he's within 6 of them.
Got it. Let's do it.
So here we go. On 3s. Whoops.
You only lost 1. Here, I'll roll.
Last
for
one.
you.
Oh, you're gentlemen. And then rerolling all these 1s and 2s. Look at this, Adrian. Oh my god.
All right, let's push him to the side.
Oh, watch the 6s though.
Oh,
You
yeah.
monster.
Oh, they don't all explode though. Only half of these are bolt weapons.
Oh gosh darn
All right, start over.
it.
So what he's
18 shots.
Imperial Fists,
We checked this before
and his
too.
fist explodes.
Yep.
So that's just 6 per model.
But this means we can roll all the dice.
So yeah.
Gosh darn. So this is 1
So
fist.
18. You need to do 18.
Yep.
18
2
shots.
fists.
Okay.
3 fists. Cool. We're getting there, guys.
All right.
You know, you had your psychic and your shooting. Now I have mine.
Let's do it.
On 3s. Once more into the breach.
Okay.
All right, you know what? I like
Let's
this.
get these rerolls. Let's turn them into 6s.
Turn these into 6s.
That's okay.
This is fine. So literally 1, 2. Okay, so almost 100%. I think, did I bump that one?
No, you didn't. Let's just do it.
All right.
Okay.
One,
And
two.
now we'll roll to win with this. This is
On 3s.
on 3s because I'm only T3.
That's right. On 3s, rerolling 1s. Oh my gosh. Dude, look at this. Look how many 1s there are. Oh my god.
As long as they turn around, it doesn't
There we
matter.
go, yeah.
So I've got 4 ups. I miss the days when I used to be able to warp surge.
Oh gosh. It was
It was too good.
It was too good.
So
Ooh.
I more
That
than
was
half.
bad.
More than half. Just more chances to roll 6s.
That's right. Changeling. Okay.
So it was fine.
7.
2, 4, 6, 7. Yep.
Sounds good. And then now this is the grenades, which are not bolt weapons, so they will not explode.
Yeah.
The
Unfortunately.
grenades don't explode, huh, Adrian?
I know, right? This is a messed up world we live in. All right. So 3s. Rerolling 1s and 2s. Sorry, I'm trying not to shadow this for you guys.
Okay.
Whoops.
That was a terrible hit roll, Adrian.
He turned it around.
I converted it, so that's.
There was a
fine
lot
with
of
that.
6s that time.
Half the
Did you
dice
notice?
were ones
A
Yeah.
lot
and
more
twos.
6s
I
that
know,
time.
I did.
So
So
on 3s?
on 3s again, rerolling
Rerolling
1s.
ones?
Oh my goodness. Okay, how about 100%?
Oh,
Bridget.
look at the 6s.
Oh. Stop it.
It wasn't good.
That was not good.
So these are my passes,
Mhm.
and then these are my fails. So I've got 6 ups on
Yep.
these. Ouch. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
16.
2,
Killed.
3,
Devastating.
You pulled the banner?
4, 5. No, I accidentally had 2 banners in that.
Ah, convenient.
Hmm.
Convenient.
Because I actually don't have enough models. 6.
Excellent excuse, Brian.
It actually is a
Why
pretty
don't
good
you
one.
just commission more?
They're pretty expensive, dude.
It's not like I have 200 pinks.
Yeah, but they don't match.
All of Tzeentch's sons and daughters. Match.
Okay.
All right, cool. Well, that's pretty
Are
good.
you done?
Heck no. So we're gonna.
Oh, that was just one unit.
That was one unit. So now we're gonna do.
That was one unit shooting half.
This unit.
Half its total shots.
I know, right? 2.
That was one
4,
half-sized unit
6,
shooting
7.
half its total shots.
So this is gonna be
Everyone loves aggressors.
14 shots. They're
That's why, as you said, you own 12, right?
9. Yeah.
Yeah.
12. That was a big truck going by.
Yeah.
Where'd all the dice go? Yeah,
I've got a few in my hands. I'm trying to kind of keep them from you at this point.
yeah.
I
Right.
feel like I've had enough. What are we doing? Bolters now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The doubling my shots is a 2 CP strat, right?
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
And it's not worth it.
Well, you have 7 CP. You could just go buck wild, Adrian. Spend them on everything.
Nah. On 3s.
Right.
Great. Rerolling.
Boom.
2
And,
6s.
higher than average, or higher than 100%.
100%, right.
All right, and then 3 to win.
3s to wound. Rerolling 1s.
Ouch.
Ooh, my goodness. Oops.
There's one more 1 in there.
Well, I'm just gonna
Pick up a 2.
pick up a 2 instead. That's my
Oh,
special
so you
ability.
only
That was
failed
great,
with
man.
1?
And this, actually, the 2 does wound, or +1 to wound. Totally forgot.
Oh, you gave this unit +1.
Yep. It should have been the aggressors, but I didn't have a plan, cohesive plan.
Okay, so I failed a bunch
Wow.
again.
Oops, that was a fail. Yep.
Oh, okay.
No, it was a fail.
Oh, okay.
I bumped it into a success. You're welcome.
So I lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ouch.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
23?
7.
7
good.
left.
No, 5 because I killed 2 in the beginning.
Yeah. Okay.
They
All
were
right.
worth 3 points to you, Adrian. They are psychers.
That's true. Well, plus, good thing I have more bolters
That's
here.
2 points for a unit of Psychers,
3 points.
and then
3
5 for a
points,
character.
yeah, it's 3 and 5.
So good.
It's too good.
Amazing.
Okay.
Um,
So trying to figure out what else can see.
So I've got these 2 infiltrators into
So
them.
2 infiltrators, I can see
Yep.
them. All right.
Yep.
Hitting on 4s.
Good. 3s. All right. 2 saves. my friend.
100%.
I know, right?
Oh my
Oh.
god. So 2 more. 2 shots, 2 kills.
That's great. That's
These
great.
guys are bosses. All right.
All right. And then we've got this unit of intercessors here that don't have a ton of line of sight. I think it's just these 2,
Okay.
and the rest can't see. Oh, because you're outside of range now. With the changeling. The rest will go into the changeling.
Outside of range. No, 3 inches from the change, aren't I?
That's not 3.
Oh, no, I'm not. You're right.
Aha.
Oh,
I was
okay.
trying to kill an extra guy.
Sorry, yeah.
but-
I thought I was still on 3, but I was ballparking it too much.
So yeah, here's 2 into here, and then the rest into the changeling. So 2 into, and these actually should be rapid fire. Yeah.
Okay.
So these are
They didn't move.
-1.
They're all rapid fire.
You're right. I didn't move.
Oh, yeah, they didn't shuffle.
And then Chapter Master. Okay. So 4 hits plus 1 explosion into the pinks. On 3s, rerolling 1. Okay.
Oh, I think you got the squad
Turned
here.
it around.
This is crazy.
Woof.
Ouch. 4 fails.
4 6s. Here you go. Tzeentch. Oh,
Just 3, and that's all 3 dead. That's the squad.
jeez. That's nuts.
3 points to
Nuts.
Gryffindor.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3. 3. So 3 more into the changeling.
Okay.
This will be, of course, 6 shots as well, because Bridge is correct. On 3s, re-rolling everything, and on 3s, whoops, re-rolling the 1s.
Okay.
I'm just like dropping dice. They're all working.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't know.
Just fumbling your way to success.
Oh! Turns it around.
Okay.
So that is all these intercessors. All these intercessors. Can't see here, I believe. Well, they advanced. I do have the Thunderfire.
Thunderfire is the last thing to shoot?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
Let's
Yeah.
Thunderfire me.
So obviously we have to go into the big. Well, we don't have to.
Yeah,
but
you could blast into the big squad, which would be very efficient.
be very efficient.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go into the big squad, and I'm going to pay to double shoot it. I just want to
Ooh.
get that efficiency now. So here's the first 12 shots.
Yeah.
So here's
It's just all 12. You don't roll anything.
Exactly.
Just 12 shots, hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s,
Yep.
rerolling
Once.
everything.
So good. So on 2s, re-rolling. Looks good. On 3s, re-rolling 1s.
I was really hoping I would have like 3 or 4 models here left.
That's-
I was actually pretty sure I would.
I was
but I
sure
think
you
the
would.
saves just didn't work
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
So it's 100% or
Oh, no.
you lost one? Okay, thanks.
Yeah. 11. Oh, what? What?
Okay. And then no 6s over here. So just 4 go down.
Cool. Sounds good.
Okay.
So next volley, same thing. Whoa.
2.
On 2s, re-rolling from Chapter Master. Looks good. And then on 3s, re-rolling 1s from the Eye of Hypnotic. So 2 misses, no 1s. So this is going to be 10 saves this time.
Okie doke.
Do that again. I dare you.
Okay.
I dare you.
Let's do it again. Oh,
upside down.
That was an ugly roll.
Jeez, that's 7?
Yeah, I knocked one of them.
Oof.
Oh, no 6s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more.
Uh-huh.
So I lost 10. 10 from the Thunderfire.
Which actually
1, 2.
is nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I'd say so. That was money well spent on those CP.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay.
Cool. I think that's it.
No charges?
No charges. I'm just playing defensive
so
here.
I've got a morale here.
Yep.
I rolled a 1.
Ooh.
So I get 1 back.
I mean, so that actually matters.
Because
Because you need to keep your extra shots.
Right. So actually, yeah, because that keeps. I was at 20. I would have went to 19.
Yeah.
And I would have lost my shots.
Yep.
All right.
So
That's the end of your turn.
That's it. That's me. So lots of psychic kills and all that stuff. Assassination.
Okay.
Awesome.
Tzeentch turn 3.
So I get 15 primary,
Yeah.
Cool.
which helps.
I have to watch that primary very
Chat
closely.
was mentioning that you should have Thunderfired the Changecaster instead.
So I thought he might Thunderfire the Changecaster to take me off the objective, but it wasn't as good of a chance to kill him necessarily. Like to do as much damage to the army, but I understand it.
Yeah, I feel you.
It would have been a loss of efficiency, but it's a lot of. It's 13 points again.
That is a lot of points.
It's another 13 points.
So no, I'm not worried about killing him because I feel like if I can kill him now, I can kill him later. It's the objectives points, right? It would be denying Brian those 5 points on the primary. To me, that's the reason to do it then versus now. But I'm worried about all these obsec bodies because we've also seen what they can do.
That's fair.
Yeah, but that's a fair point, chat. Appreciate it.
Thank you again, Gerald. The most fashion-centric 40k channel, Slanesh approves.
Yes.
Thank you, Dustin. You guys rock. I really want to jam 9 Blade Guard vets and an Ancient with a Crusader helm into a Repulsor in a Black Templar army. Is it worth the points?
Obviously. Well, so actually, that's kind of interesting.
I would say yes. Black Templar are re-rolling their charges.
Right. And that's a really hard-hitting block of things that are not easy to remove. That's kind of playing Custodes, which is dope.
Oh, change Ling, not change caster. I don't know the difference. So.
Huh? They're just specifying?
I'm
Yeah, we were talking about the changeling, guys. We might have said the
Changecaster, yeah.
But yeah, the changeling that's alone on that point. We feel you. Again, I don't think you're wrong. I just think there's also reasons to do what I did.
He just thinks he's right about a different solution.
It's almost like it's subjective.
Thank you, Uncle Bashface. Cool name. Thoughts on other factions or units that might need the 2-wound Firstborn treatment, Levin the Bat Reps?
Thanks, man.
I think there's some Eldar stuff that could use extra wounds, but in general, I think most T3 things should be 1 wound. Like that feels right.
Mm-hmm. Orcs
boys maybe should go to 2 wounds.
They don't feel like the lore.
Yeah,
which used to not be an indicator that they need to change, but now it's like, okay, cool. You got Space Marines feeling like Space Marines. Let's make boys feel like boys.
Agreed.
I would say Custodes need to go up a wound.
Of course you do.
Yeah, you're one of those, ain't you?
If they went up a wound, though, they'd have to go up in points, and then the problem is you wouldn't have enough models.
No, I disagree.
No.
You just give them another wound.
Of course Bridger thinks that.
Well, if you look at like Blade Guard vets versus a Custodian Guard with Sword and Shield.
And then they fight in combat, the Custodians win.
No, they don't. Blade Guard vets have more attacks. They have the same strength. They have flat 2 damage instead of D3.
Disagree.
What that like mathematically, Blade Guard vets are better.
Okay, fair enough.
It's like not even close, and they're 20 points cheaper per model.
Are you about to do bad things with these infiltrators?
Yeah,
I don't like that.
I'm gonna try to kill enough of the infiltrators and psychic that I can charge and kill Torgerdon.
I stretched my chappy too far the other way.
Right, yeah, because you don't have the mortal wound protection over there, right? Hooray!
It's all about stretching bubbles. That's what Marines are.
Thank you, Digital Designer. Been loving your videos while work from home. I'm looking at getting back into 40k with Grey Knights. What are some good first models to pick up? I'm still getting used to things that I last played during 4th edition.
Oh, cool. That's super classic. First of all, thank you. So glad you like the channel. So Paladins are still great. All the heroes are really great place to start. It's almost like, what would you not want to buy, right? What would you start with Grey Knights?
I would start with Yeah, just strike teams. I would have a minimum of maybe 30 strike marines, and then I would start with
30.
Yeah, I think they're good. And then I would take. I'm actually considering rhinos now, especially if they go up in wounds.
Yeah.
They're going to be good in rhinos. That's 1, maybe 2 rhinos. I would never go probably
Right.
more than that. And then I would consider 1 unit paladins is a good start. You know, Grandmaster.
Grandmaster Voldus.
Yeah,
That's right.
that's a good start.
And to be clear, you mean the Marines, if the Marines get 1 wound.
When the Marines, because
Not the Rhinos.
not the rhinos are getting one. The
Someone
actual.
in chat is asking about that right now, I guarantee.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I had to watch myself.
But yeah.
Thank you, Nikki. Oh, I wrote this one down. Adrian, take Bridger's exquisite advice and assert dominance. Steal one of Brian's lucky sweaters, cut it into a crop, and throw that baby on.
Will do, will do. It's so hot here, I'm dying.
It is quite warm.
It's a little. Warm.
And the worst thing is it's so smoky too. There's like no respite. They're like, oh, let's open the window, and then like the smoke all comes in.
So I'm deep striking in my flamers. I brought the 1 squad here to protect the changeling, and I'm bringing the other squad here to protect the other characters.
Here they come. And this is ultimately why I didn't do things like spend the extra 2 CP early on. Is like Brian still has these threats that can drop down. I need to know where they're going to be, and I need to have tools to deal with them. I need to respond because this is no joke. Yeah, totally.
Thank you, Zithaska. I've played since the start of 3rd edition, and no one in my group of friends played. And now 8 started with 9th edition. I pointed all of them to your channel to learn. Question: top 3 Blood Angel HQs.
Ooh, good question.
The banner
Thank you.
is an elite, but he's a character, so he's number 1 for me.
Oh, that's tough. I really like Mephiston. I know he's really expensive.
He's a lot.
Same
with the Sanguinor. He's cool, but he's a lot.
The Sanguinor, he wouldn't make my top 3 personally.
Weirdly, it's like the generic characters that are good. Like
In a weird
Sanguinary
way, it
priests
is.
are good.
The priests, the Smash Captains are still
good.
great. They've tried to kind of take them down about a notch, but they're still great.
Chaplains are real good.
Ooh.
Oh, but hold on. Is that the Sanguinary priest?
No, Sanguinary priest, not chaplain.
He's an apothecary.
He's like an apothecary.
But he's also kind of a.
He's closer than the Space Wolf equivalents are to the Space Marine ones. So yeah, I would say the Chappie, the Smash Captain, which of course is really just a jump captain with a Thunderhammer and Storm Shield typically. So that's 2 characters, and the third one would be the priest. Those are kind of your classics. But I do agree with with Bridger that you need the banner for the Feel of Pain.
Banner's just so good.
He's like the real secret sauce. Yeah. What's that face?
I made a mistake. So here's what I'm thinking. Okay, so I was thinking, okay, I come here, I drop here, it's great. But I'm realizing basically you just have a bit too much fire support over here. Like I'm guaranteed to lose 100% of these models next turn.
Yeah.
It's a bit too much.
Yeah.
What I should probably do is, so I haven't decided where to place them yet, but I think they should probably go on this side, take an angle into these Marines over here, and then be safe from the aggressors.
Yeah.
Like safe to play another day.
Yeah.
So the main thing is that basically you would move this guy from this side to that side, basically to support them on that side rather than supporting them on this side.
Yeah, go
but
for
you'd
it.
still do all of this here.
Yeah,
basically.
no worries. Yeah, go for it.
Cool.
I appreciate you asking that. But yeah, it's like it makes more sense.
Yeah.
It makes more interesting too. Totally.
Thank you, Chronix. Bridger, you mentioned you made some software for the channel. I just wanted to give you props for that great work. Good job. It adds a lot. Thank you, Chronix.
Yeah, that's the way we run all the scoring, the secondaries, whose turn it is, all the
overlay
overlays
stuff. Yeah.
It's all with cool software.
Everybody should learn to code a little bit.
Yeah.
It goes a long way.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think everyone should learn how to code a little bit, and everyone should learn how to make art a little bit.
That's hard though.
I'm working on Bridger
Art is
learned.
really hard.
You did Hobby Hangout. You learned.
I learned a
Have some
lot,
measuring tape?
but I didn't
Have it
practice.
already?
Or-
And that's the kind of thing where practice is really important.
It's everything. There's nothing worse than like, oh, this person's so talented. It's like, no. This person worked their butt off.
Put in the hours, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's the same for coding, honestly, but with art, they talk about it more, right? They use this word like talent. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, talent is meaningless.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I
Ryan, hot takes.
No, talent is meaningless.
He's not wrong.
Thank you, Benjamin. How do you feel about flash gates mounted in a Morkanaut with the sparkly bits in KFF? High fives all around. A 1 CP for both of you.
Thank you. That's awesome. My only concern is you can't fit very many in there. And you can't have them next to the captain. But
To the what?
Badrock.
Oh, okay.
So he's like, there's like no way to get rerolls for orcs except Badrock gives reroll of 1s for flash kits. So I actually really like him with flash kits.
That's
Well, he is
the captain.
to get, you know.
The Captain Badrock to get. I love flash kits. Oh
I think I've done it.
Yep. Checks out. Checks
so
out.
Basically, the problem is here he has enough shooting to get through these guys into my changeling next turn.
Right.
So I'm not going to change anything that I was doing here. The only thing I would have changed if I rewind all the way back to the beginning of my turn would have advanced him back behind my wall.
Right.
And I just would have tried to hold the objective with my flamers. To be honest with you, that would be a much smarter play.
Right.
We'll hope that he lives, and then we'll do it next turn.
Well, that's the tough thing with like managing all these deep strikes, having to move before that, then seeing how they land, things like that.
The truth is, I'm too used to trying to maximize my output instead of maximizing my defense.
Well, so yeah, this
and
is
at this
the
point,
first.
I need to be maximizing defense.
We've played a lot of Tzeentch Daemons on the channel. We love them, but this is the first 9th edition game with them, right? And so it's funny even just looking at how this plays versus how they played in our last 8th edition game against the Necron. So it's a good point.
Exactly. So let's go with Gaze of Fate.
Yeah.
From my changeling.
Looks good.
So it goes off. Great. Let's go with my second ritual.
Oh dang.
Goes up.
You got
so
it.
I got the 15 points.
That's big.
That's nice.
Let's go with Flickering Flames onto the Flamers.
Yep.
I think that makes sense.
Yep.
Okay, goes off.
Dang it. It's going to hurt a lot.
It's going to hurt. And it's +1 to wound. Does it stack with the Mortal Wound ability or no? It's unmodified 6s.
Yeah.
They learned their lesson.
It's a new one.
They learned their lesson.
I know, right? Trust me, I checked.
So what we're going to do here is, the nice thing here is if I do my Gate of Infinity, or I don't call it, that's the Grey Knights one, Infernal Gateway.
Yeah.
It'll actually hit Torgerdon.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, you're right.
So
I don't like that.
This guy just has a plain +2 to cast.
That's all.
That's all.
It's cool.
But I can
Let
reroll
me move this wound that I like get excited when I see it.
Yeah. So I really want to roll a 10 here.
Right. You need a 6. You want a 10.
Yeah. How many CP do I have? 1 or 2?
You have 2.
No. I could pay for re-rolling everything, but I'm not going to.
You should not.
I'm going to pay to have an extra cast.
You're going to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you can wait for that one, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's an 8, 9, 10. So it's not, I needed a 10 on the dice. So here's the thing.
You can use Gaze? You could use Gaze for 5 up
That's
here.
right. So I would need to roll a 5 on this dice. I have nothing to lose, because even if I roll a 1, it still succeeds.
You lose your Gaze.
I don't care.
I don't like this. I don't like it. Oh, no!
So this is D6 mortal wounds to the front unit, and it's D6 mortal wounds +1, by the way, to the second unit.
That's spread devastating. So this is on the infiltrators first. Let's see it.
7 mortal wounds.
Do you not have Feel No Pains?
No, because I'm out of range. I had to. They're over here. 2.
Torgerdon has 4 wounds left.
That's big.
Yeah.
3.
Ryan shouldn't be allowed to play Psychic Armies because rolling hot once is just like so important.
So this is Torgerdon. He has 4, and this is D6 +1.
Gosh. I'll kill him.
He dies.
I'll kill him. That sucks. The shin. I'm gonna cry.
Okay.
All right. And that was within 3.
Now we need
so
to have
no
some
apothecary.
chat.
So the apothecary doesn't auto die.
Yeah.
Luckily.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, now I don't even know what to do.
Oh, that was ridiculous.
How many wounds on the Thunderfire Cannon driver?
The driver?
He's 3 wounds.
That's a good point. The Lord of Change also takes D6.
Oh, yeah. He's within 3.
He's too close.
That's rad. I've never had that happen. Here it is.
So he takes 6.
Okay.
Now, does he have Feel No Pains?
Yes.
So we'll just see a bunch of 6s.
1, 2,
and
3,
we'll
4, 5, 6.
I can't watch.
He takes all 6.
Oh, man. The Thunderfire Tech Priest has 4 wounds.
4 wounds. So I could do it.
You could?
With
I mean, with you, it's like 100%.
With a bolt. Okay. So here's a bolt of change.
So it goes off on an 8.
Yeah. So I need a 6. Ooh. So I haven't used a command point yet. Failed.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, he did just like lightning bolt himself in the forehead.
I was for a second. I was like, did he degrade? But no, you're good.
So the wounds I took there are actually super scary.
Yeah.
Because that was the thing that was going to keep him alive, was his wounds.
Yeah.
But now that he's that wounded, he's at risk of actually...
What?
The thing that was going to keep him alive is
No. Because he could put a lot of shots into him next turn with the Daredale.
Yeah.
And I would have been able to tank, like, I could tank half. I can't tank...
Well, 2/3.
2/3. Like, I'm gonna lose a lot more now than I was going to.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna spend my last CP to cast again, because at this point I'm just gonna fight you in combat. Okay, let's just shoot now. How many are left in this squad?
So this is 7.
There's 7 there.
Yeah.
Should I pay my last CP for the flame mortal wounds? I'm already wounding on 3s.
Right.
But the mortal wounds are tasty.
Mortal wounds are nice.
You have 7, you have 14 wounds.
Yeah.
And I have 9d6 auto hits. 1, 2, 3, 4,
it's a big jump.
5, 6,
right?
7, 8, 9.
Because you're only -1 rend. I think you underkill with one, overkill with the other one. So it depends how much it's worth to you. I could be wrong about 96 is a lot though, so I could be wrong.
The only other thing I could do with the CP is reroll 1 armor save next turn. It's the only other thing that would be interesting.
Or get rerolls to cast when you have 2 CP
next
turn.
I don't need that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to do it?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Let's do it.
So +1. So I'm spending 1 CP. This is mortal wounds on 6.
I think it's the right call because when you decided, it made me sad.
Okay. So
weird dice.
Yeah.
Like
feels a bit ouch.
all 6s and 1s. Cool. It's good.
5, 10, 21, 27, 28, 29, 30.
30. So this, just so you guys know, this is from Psychic Awakening. It's for the Flamers. Every 6 to wound is a mortal wound on the unit that they're shooting at, which is my 7-man intercessors here. And he's just peeking around the corner. This was smart because when he was over here, even despite all those other things that we talked about, I would have considered auspexing. At this point, I would have auspexed with a single Marine.
Yeah.
Totally not worth it. But you could shoot conversely with everything in your squad.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening. Wounding on 3s?
Yeah.
6s are mortal.
Yeah. So because I'm base strength 3 or base strength 4. So then up to 5, and flickering flames is +1 to wound. So I'm wounding on 2s.
Yeah, 2s.
Yeah.
So 2s.
Cock dice. Cool. Did I get any 6s?
You got a few.
Okay.
There's a few. Now, I'm 90% sure that my litany is only from mortals from Psychic.
Yeah.
Right?
So that's 6 mortal wounds you've taken.
Huh?
And so that's 3 models down from that
Did you roll any number of shots lower than 3?
Yeah, I rolled 2s and 1s.
Oh, these blast?
Is that a problem?
Let's just see if they
They
die.
might be blast.
No, they're flamers, so they're not blast.
Well,
You have
they're
to roll
not
these armor
likely.
saves too.
Yes, sounds good. I think I'm gonna die anyways.
Okay.
what's the name of the weapon? I'll just check.
Cocked.
Um,
And these are the mortal wounds guys that also do
me check.
saves. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4.
if he
5.
dies, it doesn't matter.
You kill a squad. You're
Okay,
good.
squad's dead, but you
Just
can look it
making
up
sure.
in your own for your own fun. It's called
Generally-
the Flickering Flames.
But they are pistols. No, they're pistols. That's always
It's
been their
a
thing.
pistol D6.
Yeah. There's no way they are blast.
They're
That was
not-
always their shtick.
They're not blast.
Yeah.
The Fury of Mars is blast, though. In case
Cool.
you're wondering.
The Fury of Mars?
I don't
Yeah.
think we have any
What
idea.
is
what
That's
that
a
even?
cool name.
I don't even know what that is.
So
and
I'm
that's
going to
not
go
the
with
hammer.
these flamers right now.
Yep.
Into this smaller squad. I don't know how many are left in that squad,
5?
but it's just 5, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and that's the only thing I
No blast for you.
It's the only thing I have range on.
Mhm.
So 4d6. It was horrible.
That was-
so
yeah.
7, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Go. On 3s. Oh, no. 4s.
4s. 1 wound.
Wow. Whoa.
1 4-up save.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
1 guy 6 win. That was horrible.
Terrible.
Bad show.
Bad show.
Okay. Let's charge.
Okay.
So I'm going to charge with the Lord of Change.
I will not overwatch you.
You sure?
Yeah.
So the Apothecary is not one of your While We Stand We Fight.
Correct.
So I don't know that it's worth failing the charge.
I mean, how do you even...
Oh, I can't even fit my base there.
Yeah.
I would have to get a really big charge to get my base on the other side. So it's a 10 to get my base on the other side of you.
And you'd probably be touching Thunderfire, too.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm saying you're crazy.
Brian's excited. He's like, yes.
It is. I would be touching the Thunderfire.
All right, oh, let's see this 10. Let's talk about this 10, though, that you speak of. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So that would be good. Because the truth is, at this point, killing those 2 isn't worth much.
Mhm.
But killing this and piling into that is worth a lot.
I regret saying this.
Okay.
You gonna go for the 10?
10-inch.
All right. And you used your CP, at least.
And my Gaze of Fate.
The worst part is, it's gonna suck when you make this.
No.
My man.
I fail.
I think that was worth the gamble.
It was
you
absolutely
didn't
worth
lose
the gamble.
anything, and that would have been really bad. So.
Yeah. So you've just got a morale check on that unit with 2 models left.
Actually, can't fail it, right?
You can't?
That's 8.
They lost 3.
Well, reroll the 6.
Oh, they lost 3.
Yeah.
They're
now
good.
they
You're
can.
good.
Cool. Good talk.
Right. So that's the end of my turn.
This is a bloody game, man. Oh my gosh.
That's the end of my turn.
Yep. That's it for morale.
All right, banners that turn, you got 3 points. Yeah.
Correct.
Who bannered the last turn? Nobody.
This guy.
He cast it.
No. Didn't he? Oh. Wait, you can't banners and cast.
Correct.
Okay, so yeah, take away the banner.
Deduct a point.
Aha.
Yeah.
And we will go to Fists. Turn 4.
Let's do it. So here's Psychic Litany. Ooh, here's my reroll. This one.
Oh. So most of the
At
war
this
wounds
point,
are
it's
kind
okay.
of...
Yeah. +1 to wound against the closest. This is going to be on the Daredeo.
Good luck.
Here's the reroll. Cool.
Oh. You kind of really
I was like,
wanted
of
that one.
course, yeah. All right. There's a lot of dead bodies here. So I need to get up on this primary game. That's where I'm in danger here. I'm still behind on primary. So I need to start moving out, if I'm honest with myself.
Okay.
And Brian.
I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
Thank
Start
you,
scooting on up.
Benjamin. How do you feel about Flash Kits? Nope, I already read that one. Thank you, Stark of Doom. I picked up Adrax Agatone, or as we like to call him, Adrax Earthshade.
Yes.
Yeah.
And 2 units of aggressors to start a 1,000-point salamander army. Any suggestions on what else I should fill it out with? Intercessors, always start with troops,
And,
always.
Yeah, intercessors are good. Eradicators are really good with them now as well. Yeah, I think those are great starting choices. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'd go with. Intercessors, as you're right. I think their psychers are pretty good too.
Mm-hmm.
So you might want to go for a librarian.
Yeah, maybe get a Primaris Librarian.
Yeah, that's always a good choice. They have good powers.
And Terminators are cool. The
yeah,
Thunderhammer
but in
Storm
1,000
Shield.
points, they start to eat up your points pretty quick.
Thank you, Big Bomba. Just started playing 40K, looking to get into competitive play. Do you have any tournaments you'd recommend or shops to practice in the Bay?
Yeah.
Depends on where in the Bay you are. South Bay Game Castle's great.
So right now you can't play in any of the stores, though.
That's the problem.
That's true.
But when you can, Game Castle is the store that we typically play at in the Bay Area.
Mm-hmm.
In San Francisco, there are a few stores that...
Yeah, they're all pretty small, though. Is he in San Francisco or the Bay Area?
He just said the Bay in general,
Yeah.
which is a large
Game Castle
region.
covers more of the Bay than any other thing we can say, because they're in 3 places.
They're not in, like, North Bay?
They're not in North Bay. Yeah.
North Bay, you kind of have to go, like, farther north to get games?
Well, there used to be an amazing store up in Oakland right next to the sausage place.
Yeah.
It was great.
You used to go there all the time.
Yeah, exactly. That closed up. So these guys are just moving forwards here. The infiltrators have kind of run around this big old hill. They're getting on this point as we move forwards. We don't need to block out for these guys anymore. Aggressors are going to do some bad stuff to someone.
They're going to get aggressive.
They're going to get aggressive.
Wow, there are a lot of coders in chat. Nice.
That's awesome. We like to hear.
Thank you, Tyler. 2CP for the Emperor. I don't know how to mark that on the score sheet, but I'm just going to give that to myself.
We did say that we interned you in the Golden Throne after that last game.
Right.
So you must be the Emperor at this point.
Thank you, James. I'm slowly building my Imperial Fist army and planning on aggressors, contemptor dreads, and centurion devs.
Yes.
Good idea or bad idea?
Great idea. As I mentioned in the beginning, I was trying to bring something a bit different here because I just love contemptors. That's usually what I'll run is 3 contemptors with quad heavy bolters, or two twin heavy bolters, and it's so fun and so good now. This is a wound from a guy that's dead. Rip. And
Oh, that was from the squad here.
this one?
Yeah, it was the studio.
Oh, my bad.
Thank you, Mason. This is toward having a custom Emperor of Mankind's New Groove shirt made for Adrian.
That's amazing. Oh my god, I feel
awesome.
inspired. That's incredible. Oh gosh.
Oh, there's a streak of donations with no chats. Oh no. Thank you, Stefano and Dominic. If you do have questions, try to tag me in the chat. I know this was like well over an hour ago, but hope you're still here and you can post your question.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nicholas, for the tournament. Go Custodes. Also a question for Bridger. Do you have individual names for your Custodes models, and what are their names? I don't, because naming Custodes is like you need a whole sheet of paper.
Yeah, I thought
per
every
model.
Custodes has like 1,000
They
names.
have many names.
It would take me forever
True.
unless I get lazy and call them like John.
One day you should
Steve.
spend like a weekend naming one Custode. You gotta be one, those people who can like memorize pi to 1,000 characters. You have to be able to be a person who can memorize a Custode captain's name to 1,000 names.
Yeah, I really should do that.
Yeah, it's a good use of your time.
I should actually just like write a script to generate Custodes names.
Yeah.
That could be fun.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jordan. Where are Brian's sweaters, and how did you pick the tournament armies?
They are inside in my drawer, folded, waiting for fall or winter. They're definitely not ready for this weather.
Hates this weather.
How did we pick the tournament armies? We just picked armies that we love, that we want to play, but also that have some interesting competitive potential. And generally, we wanted a good mix of things, so we didn't want, like 3 Space Marine chapters or all chaos or something. So we wanted just a good mix of different things that people want to see. So that's generally how we went about picking it.
Absolutely.
You moved.
All good. Yeah. Do you mind if I put my litany on the aggressors instead of the Daredale?
Sure.
Sounds good. They were within range, but
what are we talking about?
So the aggressor's getting +1 to wound against him is more useful.
That's going to be big.
Yeah, I think that's much more useful than like the big shots because you have good invuln.
Yeah, and just double check because it's the closest.
Yeah. Well, visible.
Closest visible.
So this is obscuring.
You can Rhino Sniper.
So they're just stepping behind.
I see. And because he's the closest visible, you're right. Good. I see.
Yeah. Cool.
Saucy.
Thanks, sir. All right, cool. That's it. So we've kind of moved around, moving up the table here. We're trying to shift back. I've moved these eliminators behind because these flamers are lurking. That's scary. Just kind of recreating screens here. I'm going to try to res one of the infiltrators on a 4-up. Nope. So he can't do anything else, which is fine. He's just sitting there crying. Let's do this.
Bring it.
So shooting.
So my boy's in a lot of trouble.
I'm hoping.
I think he's dead.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The 3
I'm
could go either way.
almost positive he's dead.
Yeah.
Like if I was you, I'd feel like, dust my hands, he's dead. You've got so much.
Yeah.
Between the Daredale, the Thunderfire, the Eliminators, the Aggressors, I think you kill him at full health.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Well, I really want the Thunderfires to kill these Brimstones in the very back.
I getcha.
There's other things I need to do that for, but yeah. Same with the Changeling. If I can knock it off that point, that's worth a lot.
Yes.
So I got to be a little bit careful. But let's do the things that basically are no decision, right?
Okay.
Which is the Daredale and the Aggressors. Exactly.
Let's go with them.
So let's do Daredale first into Mr. Big Daddy.
Okay.
So this is 8 shots.
Hitting on 2s.
Hitting on 2s.
That's the big autocannon.
Yep. Oop. So this is cocked.
All right.
And this was a 1, which I reroll.
Great. And wounding here on 3s.
3s. Rerolling 1s.
I was really praying for a ton of 2s.
I know, right? I was expecting it.
100%.
100%.
So I've got 3 ups.
Yep.
So we failed 2.
Okay.
4 damage.
Yeah.
So let's heal some wounds here.
I know, right?
So I take 2 damage.
Yep.
So I'm down to 8. It's not great.
Sounds good. Heavy
keep tally
bolters.
over here.
4, 5, 6 on 2s. Rerolling the 1, and the 6 explodes.
Of course.
Of course. On 5s, rerolling the 1s. Oh my gosh. Oops. So yes, and this was a something else.
So 4 wounds.
Yep. 3 ups.
So I take 1 more.
Can you do it?
No.
Ooh.
So I'm down to 7.
7. Okay.
It's not looking good.
Now let's do bag of dice. Aggressors.
So this is the aggressors.
So we're gonna do the Boltstorm Gauntlets
so 3D.
first.
Okay. So you're just gonna do the 18 shots from the gauntlets first, and then the D6.
Exactly. So that's 1, 2, and
let's see.
3.
This is the unit you need to do a lot of work, but the snipers can still do a lot of work.
Yeah, they're kind of my
still
backup.
have all the snipers, right?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. On 3s.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's good.
Pretty good. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sixes.
So 6 extra hits. So pretty good.
Pretty good.
It's like 110%.
And then normally wounding on 5s, but now on 4s.
Yeah, 4s because of the litany.
Yep.
And he rerolls his 1s.
Exactly. I'm going to pick out the 2s and 3s real quick.
Yep.
And then we'll look for the 1s to reroll. 2s and 3s.
It's a good roll.
That was a great roll. And 2s and 3s. Sorry, 1s are rerolling now.
And remember, this is not. So the 4s?
No, 4s wound.
4s wound.
Strength
+1.
4.
Oh, 4s. Right. Sorry, I thought it went from 6 to 5.
No worries. Well, that's where the T8 would have been big, right?
But yeah. Okay.
3 ups. Hey.
1, 2,
that was good.
3, 4, 5. It's not good.
That was actually pretty average.
Yeah. So
well, you failed the extra one. 6s.
So I took 5. I have 2 wounds left.
Okay. What? And then this is 3d6 from the grenade launchers. Oh no! So 7.
It's okay. You
3,
still have
4,
6
5.
eliminators.
I know. 6, 7. On 3s, rerolling everything. Not bolters.
Yep.
And then on 4s, rerolling 1s.
Ooh.
Oh dang. Oh dang.
As long as it's not enough to kill me one go. Okay, so 1 wound. Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, so I'm at 1 wound left.
1 wound.
Now you gotta put the eliminators.
No, I still put infiltrators.
Oh yeah,
They
you've
just
got
moved.
what, 2 of them?
2 of them. So this is.
And they're at a rapid fire? Or they rapid fire 12?
This is a great
No,
question.
you're probably in.
At least one of them.
Because if you were
both of them.
18, then you were.
Yeah. So here's infiltrators on 3s.
2 wounds.
2 auto wounds, yeah.
And
and
those pop
explosions.
extra hits?
Yeah, so, sorry. Rerolling.
Yeah, I think you're in chapter master.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
I don't know where the chapter master is.
Yeah, he's here, so here to here.
Yeah.
And then
So
two,
4 hits. 4 hits so far, and then 2 more.
So what happened, guys? These 2 auto wound because of infiltrators, so we're gonna put them aside.
Yeah.
But they also generate 2 more hits, which have to wound now.
Yeah. Now these are 5
So
to
now I
win.
need 5s, rerolling the 1. Okay.
So 4 wounds, and I have only 1 left. Keep in mind.
Right. Oh.
And I have no CP.
Right.
He dies.
Oh my gosh.
That was big.
That was
so
big.
you got him even just with the chip damage. So now you're actually free to use your snipers.
That's really nice.
So
I wish I
if
had
the snipers snipers go well,
yeah,
yeah, that might be too much for me to bring it back.
That's a
that's
crippling blow.
What's the points? Does that swing him into the lead?
Oh, that is 8 more points to Adrian, yeah?
Yeah.
And it's 5 technically from me.
Right.
But it doesn't matter. It's just 5 points I won't get at the end.
In theory, it's like 13 point swing.
It's a 13-point swing. Yeah.
So it is now 39 Adrian, 44 Brian.
Okay.
Very nice.
Yeah, but it's still looking bad because you've got 10 points on the board back there already.
Yeah.
So technically he has 10 more points than what it's showing.
You also have 5 more.
So he has 5 more points.
That's true.
So it's close.
Yeah, let's roll this shooting and then.
So as it stands right now, the game is tied, but he's in position to take it up.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and do these snipers into Changeling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna boost them so I get the mortal wounds because you do have invulns.
Yes.
So this is I did move, so hitting on 4s.
So it's -2 to hit.
Right.
And so you go from 3s, 4s, 5s, +1, back down to 4s.
Yeah, that's right. Hup.
Okay.
Rerolling. Cool. Sorry, my brain shut off for a second there.
Double hits.
I know. Strength 5. So winning on 2s, rerolling 1s.
Did you not use the impossible rope?
I did. Those 3 ups. Oh, did I not use my reroll?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. He would have died.
That's true.
Okay.
What you're saying is that someone else would have had to shoot at him.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
So he fails 1.
Fails 1. So D3. 1.
Okay.
What do you? I'll reroll it. 3.
That's a big swing.
Thank you. Thank you.
So he takes 3 damage.
Down to 1.
Okay.
All right. We'll do the other unit of eliminators. They have to use the normal line of sight shots.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was peeking over. So this is back to on 2s, right?
Yep.
Good. And then
And
one
the
explosion.
one explodes. Yep.
Cool. And then winning on 3s, rerolling 1s. Oh my gosh. Ah.
And I only have 1 wound left, right? Because this guy's only 4, not 5 wounds. Let's double check.
Let's see. He is the changeling, right?
He's the changeling. I don't know what that means.
Or is he the change caster?
Jazz hands.
He's
the change caster.
He's not the change caster.
All these names are nonsense to me still.
He is only
it's a
4
herald.
wounds.
Okay. So you need a bunch of 4s and then some 6s,
Yeah.
which you could do.
Okay. So I need 2 6s?
Yep. No problem.
Close. But he dies. That's
Oof.
big, so it's another 5. So you've
That's
maxed that.
And now I'm going to double shoot.
So now you're in the lead by 5 points.
That's right. I'm going to double shoot the Thunder Fire Cannon.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go into
So
the
2 CP down.
Brimstones.
Yep.
So
and
this
can you
is-
take me off the point?
Yeah, exactly. So this is 43 into them. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Okay. And then on 2s, all good. And then on 2s again, no, 3s, it's normalized. Not rerolling that. So you got 4 saves.
Okay, 6s.
You got it.
So I lose 4.
Sounds good. And then second volley into them as well.
2, 3, 4.
Number of shots. There we go. So we've got 2 here, 1 here, 1 here.
Okay.
On 2s. Rerolling. Chapter Master. And then on 3s, rerolling the 1s. So 2s are bad.
I need those 2s.
1s are fine. Right? There you go.
How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I need to make 2 6s.
No problem. Oh,
0.
that's great.
Squad goes down. So this is huge. You're taking me off all the points.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not looking good.
It's pretty great.
It's all falling apart.
It's all coming together.
Yeah. Depends which perspective.
I know,
you
right?
have.
It's all part of the plan.
You got these shooting here?
Yeah, so these boys into here. So that's
Okay.
going to be 10 shots.
Yep.
3, 4, 5, 3.
Oh, did I forget to give?
5.
Oh yeah, I forgot to give you your 10 points at the start of the turn. That's my bad. Adrian, you're winning.
Oh, you didn't give him primary.
You're pretty solidly winning.
Okay. Yeah.
So winning on 4s.
My bad.
Only 4. Onto the Flamas. Flamey Flame.
Okay. So
Okay.
3. They have 2 wins each,
one
so
and a
1 and a bit.
Yep.
Okay.
And then Infiltrators. I've got the 4 of them.
Let's see it. What do you got for me?
3 rapid fires. 1, 2,
Okay.
3. And an extra guy. He's going to be yellow dice. Watch. He's going to
Okay.
do
See
the
those
work.
6s.
Oh, gosh.
So 1 hit.
That's right. Hit.
No wound. Okay. That's
Good
fine.
talk.
Actually,
Done,
that's what
done,
you wanted, because you don't want your charge to get
Well,
annulled.
yeah, I was a little bit nervous, but I was also greedy. That's that. Charges.
charges.
Let's do this. So these boys into
like a 3 or 4?
them. Yep.
Okay.
about a 10?
A 10 will get you like
Exactly.
almost to my point if you want.
Yeah, I do. So 7, well, so 8 because I had to get up. 9, 10. This is as far
So
as
if you
I can
kill
go.
them all, you can pile into the point, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
I think even just his pylon will get him there.
You're probably right, yeah.
You with your fancy words, Bridger.
Okay, are you going to charge with them? Might as well. Or no, you're going to stay on your point.
I think
You could do both,
I
actually.
could do both. Well, let's just
Might
see.
as well.
There's actually no downside in just trying. Nah.
No, that's not enough.
That's fine.
Okay.
Cool, cool.
Fight me.
Fighting time. So we're just going to pile in here. Use the right words, Bridger.
Yes, you pile in and then you consolidate.
That's right.
That is the order.
Let's see it, my friend.
All right,
let's
see it. So 4 flamers
So he's
first.
officially on my point now with his pylon.
Yep.
So at the start of my turn, I'm on only 2 objectives, which something, but
Whoops.
you're gonna be on 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Nice. Because
Unless you fail this and I wreck you in combat.
This could happen. Crazy
Not-
things have happened.
not
I mean,
likely.
you've totally taken that flank
So
from me. I knew that, right?
I'm gonna set to defend here.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna get +1 to hit.
Sounds good.
We've
See
never
that?
done that on
Oh
this turn.
gosh. Whoop. All right.
Okay.
So there we go. And then strength 4. So on 4s.
Ooh.
Not bad. All right. So you got 4 saves. 1 damage each. Just punching you.
So 1 guy dies.
Okay. And then the 4 attacks from the Thunderhammer. So this is on 4s.
Yeah.
And 2s. Nice.
Okay. I lose them both. That's
Ah,
just fun. It was worth a try.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Oops, sorry. So then we're going to pile in towards Demon Prince, which really just means kind of hiding here.
Yeah.
It's already on point.
Dig
Dig
it.
it.
Is that the end?
Yep.
Okay.
Oof. That was a big swing there.
So you take my banner. I never had banners there anyway, so it doesn't
Right.
matter. Okay. So at the start of my turn, I get 10 points for primary.
Are you on? Yeah, you are on 2.
2. Yeah.
And you get 2 more banners. 6 points for Brian, or 6 point for
6
banners. 6 banner points for Brian.
Yeah.
Woo,
Okay.
banners.
Dig it.
Oh, I should have raised the banners on that one
Do
last
you want to
turn.
do them? Well, you advanced on them.
Advanced.
Do you want to raise them now?
Yeah. Let me figure it out.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. So is there any path to victory? What? This is my turn 5 or 4?
Hey, you're ahead, Brian. It's your turn 4. 56 to 54.
Sure.
You're winning. So
I'm doing something.
Things are happening.
you're winning
Okay.
right now.
Thanks.
Well, I have a ton of super chats. In fact, I'm still over an hour behind. So
Jeez.
sorry about that, guys. So many record-breaking super chat every week. There's just more than the last week.
Well, we really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Super Kami Guru. Hey guys, love everything y'all are doing. I'm building a White Scars army right now. Gotta ask, how do you recommend painting the white?
Ooh.
It's really hard.
Airbrush.
You practice a lot.
Airbrush is the best. If you're not going to airbrush, honestly, it's one of the weird cases where I would honestly prime them in white
Yeah.
and do some black washes in the cracks or some brown washes in the cracks. The way I've been doing white recently is I do them in black base. I airbrush a lighter gray, and then
Want to throw me a big advance?
Sure.
Like a really big one.
like a 6. Ooh, it is a 6.
Thank you.
And then I do some actual pure white on top of that. So it's actually the majority of the model ends up being gray, but it feels white.
I would be careful if you're gonna prime it white and then wash. You want to dry the wash off of, like, dab it off of the raised surfaces.
So I
or you're gonna get
gloss the
brown.
whole model. If I'm doing white, I'll gloss the whole model with a gloss coat, and then I'll wash it so that it only goes into the crevices.
So that's good advice.
It's a very good idea.
Thank you, J Fund. World Eaters in 9th. Favorite Legion. What would be some of the some good options for competitive, or are they just a for fun faction? I think once they get 2 wounds, once all Marines go to 2 wounds, Corn Berserkers just become wild.
Corn Berserkers
They're
are
going to be
solid.
so
Very
happy.
aggressive.
Oh my gosh. And the Terminators. So Terminators are already great. They're super cheap points wise, and making the Red Butchers is actually really scary.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there aren't too many other like World Eater specific units, but those 2 are awesome.
Oh, I keep forgetting you can't advance and shoot the flamers because they're pistols.
Yeah. So it's dumb.
That sucks.
It's like supposed to make them like this quirky thing where you can shoot them in combat, but it's like mostly disadvantage.
So I have 1 CP.
You do now have 1 CP,
Okay.
yes.
All right. So I moved. Basically, what I did is I'm going to raise the banners over there.
Yep. There's the roof.
And he advanced me a lot onto this objective.
Oh, no.
So now I'm back on this objective, back on that, and then if I kill you here, I'm back on this one too.
Hey, man.
So I'm back in the game.
Right.
Here I'm just putting pressure.
Yep.
That's it. That's all I got.
Pressure's
so
good.
let's do some casting. Okay.
Cool.
So the Demon Prince might go for just a smite. I think he could fight that unit pretty well. So I don't know if he actually needs to. What is he has a Gaze of Fate as well. Okay, so we'll gaze with him.
Yeah, okay.
Gaze is pretty useful. Gets it.
Just.
So cool. That's my gaze.
That's great.
Over there, we'll put Flickering Flames. We're going to flame your snipers up on the wall.
Yep.
It could help. Is this on a 6? Cool, we get it. Probably should have just smited them, to be honest with you. Probably would amount to more damage.
I like the +1 to wound with all that.
Fair enough. And then what we've got next is nothing. That's it.
That's it.
That's all my casting.
Yeah.
I could cast, all my pinks are out of line of sight.
Yeah.
I could always do the 1d6 smite.
But... You want to banner it instead.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go into the shooting phase. So I've got 96 shots at your
eliminators.
1, 2, 3,
Sounds
4,
good.
5, 6,
No
7,
mortal
8,
wounds for you this time.
9, 10. I could.
Oh, you could, yeah.
Sorry. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So
I would spend it.
they count as in cover.
So they have a 1-up.
They have a 1-up save. So the mortal wounds are actually the only way I'm going to even get to them.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll spend the 1 CP.
Yeah, because now conversely, you're just going to disintegrate. You were so weird with your flamers.
Yeah. 10, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So 1 less than last time. 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 26,
What do you need?
27, 28, 29.
Nice.
All right, so winning here on 2s.
Yeah. Can you get 6 6s so we can just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So the unit's dead.
Perfect. Yeah. I love not counting dice.
And that was just from the mortal wounds from the new strat.
It's so good.
It's quite all right.
Yeah.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna charge you with the Demon Prince.
Let's do it.
So I'm just gonna
beep. Sounds good. I'm gonna set to defend.
Whoa.
Good for you.
Right back at you,
Better
Brian.
kill me fast.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You got it.
It's only 7, not 8. He's not a.
Your 6s don't explode.
My
You didn't
6s
do your spiel.
I didn't want to.
Okay.
It drained my energy too much.
That's fair.
Basically, I'm super sad that the Demon Prince for the Chaos book, Chaos Space Marine, is the exact same points as the Demon book, and it has a million more abilities, right? Sets of False Emperor, Hateful Assaults. It also has relic demon weapons that it can take now.
Better powers,
better psychic powers. It gets 2 casts if it's Tzeentch.
Yeah. It's weird.
It's the same cost.
And it's like this should be like the originator demon prince, right?
So
it's
this
like
one
from
should
the
have
codex.
either cheaper, like they come easier, or they should have other weird things.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, hitting on 2s.
Yep, we said it. We're good. 2s. Rerolling 1s. Oh.
No.
You're good. You're good. It's gonna be. It's fine.
Okay.
There we go. So now 3s.
And I'll re-roll this one. Oh,
Ah.
thanks. So you have 5 models in the unit.
Yep. And I got 5 up saves.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3 die only.
Okay.
See, if I was a chaos one, you'd probably be dead.
That's the thing. It just tilts it just enough, right?
So okay, your fight.
So I'll hit you back with the Thunderhammer, which is now hitting on 3s.
Yep.
But you know it's me, so.
Okay.
What?
Winning on 3s. Yeah, take that, Brian. 4 up. Ooh,
Okay,
flat
so
3.
it takes 3.
And then my little pal there. And then he's winning on 5s. Okay, so 1 more save. You're good.
Okay, so you're gonna give me a morale on this unit and roll 2 6s.
No problem.
So that fails.
They're good.
That,
no, it's 8.
That fails to fail for me. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Oh, sorry.
I needed it to fail.
Interesting way to say that, Brian.
It fails.
Well, I was only looking at the world through my own
It
eyes.
happens all the time where you're like, oh, it's like nailed it or whatever, super like ambiguous, and you're like, in your head it's 100% clear, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
right.
Sorry, I actually forgot to charge over here. Do you
No
mind?
worries. No,
I'm
of
just
course.
gonna charge and touch some things to
Yeah,
try
that's
and,
fine.
Reduce it. So I'm charging the apothecary,
Mhm.
and I was gonna charge the what's it called, the what do they call it?
Eliminators. Sounds good.
So I don't.
I'm just
can you
thinking
tell me
about
what
what's
it is?
happening. It's like a 4 or something.
Okay.
It's like not much.
So I rolled a 7.
Yeah, that's fine. Do.
Okay.
Moment of contemplation.
Yeah. Oh wait. So is the wall too thick for me to fight through?
It is, but you can move through it.
Oh, weird.
But
okay. So I had a 7, so I come here over this model. That's weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah,
That's so
because you
messed
go
up.
through the wall over me, and if you needed to, you can keep coherency here. They just can't fight. You know,
Okay. This
whatever
is
you
super
need.
creepy.
But you can't touch these guys.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Unless you want to declare them.
Yeah,
that's
I'll
fine.
just declare.
Yeah,
them,
that's fine.
I have no idea what.
That's why.
Here.
So the moment I was like pausing, I was like, wait, how is this?
I was thinking the wall wasn't that thick, but it is that thick.
They're quite thick.
Yeah.
Most of the time with ruins, you can just fight through them or whatever, but these are like a solid 1.5 inches.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I'm sure Zach is just loving this conversation. This is the kind of conversation that Zach would record and then play back.
They're not that good in fighty fights.
Right. I will intervene with my chapter master.
Yep.
He's gonna try slapping. And
there's a lot of characters here.
You can stay out of here, right? I assume.
Sorry?
You can stay outside of 3 of my tech brain, or
your tech brain.
You tell me.
I'm here. So,
I think you might be able to.
No, he's in range.
Okay.
He's in range.
I'll try slapping.
Cool. Yeah. So we're just gonna be here.
Yep. I feel you. Cool.
All right.
Well, let's do it. So how do you want to split this up?
I'll put them all into the apothecary. It's probably, or as many as I can into the apothecary.
So you can do 1, 2, 3. You can do 5 into the apothecary, and then 4 into the infiltrators.
Okie doke. So flamers, I haven't fought with them too often. They are 2 attacks.
They're actually not terrible.
So 5 into the apothecary. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and then on a 4-up, that's where the pyroclast is. I actually don't know where the pyroclast is.
Yeah, no worries. Sounds good.
Okay.
No one ever does.
Yeah. So hitting on 5s.
Oh. I take it back.
They hit like Tau.
Poor demons.
But they have 2 tags.
Okay.
That was pretty good, though.
It's
and then winning on 4s. So then this is 3-ups. So it takes 2, down to 3 on the apothecary.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On to the other squad.
Yep, into the infiltrators on 5s.
I totally thought that I was weapon skill 4.
I also thought that.
Okay, you're fine. I'm just trying to tie stuff up, give you less options.
Yeah, totally. So this is infiltrators going in. So this will be 6 attacks. Hitting on 3s, rerolling everything from Chapter Master. Looks good. Winning on 4s. Not rerolling 1s because it's only for shooting. Not truly 10. So 1 save.
Okay.
Oh, awesome. Apothecary is 4 base, right?
Yeah, he's a prime nurse. Jeez, that was cool.
Oh my gosh. There we go. Conversion. Nothing special, so just 4s to wound. 2 saves.
Good.
Okay. Eliminators. Just burp and burp.
Okay.
Stuff. So this is 6.
6 attacks. 7.
9, 10 attacks.
Oh yeah, because they have
3
the
sergeant. Yeah.
So on 3s. Anger charge.
Anger charge.
Anger charge. Wow.
Ooh, nice.
No conversions there. And then on 4s. Hup. Okay, that was better. So 4-ups. 4 yeah.
Okay, so I lose 1.
Sounds good.
And then
captain is 4.
Oh, it's you have captain.
What is he? He's the knife. He never fights in melee for me.
He has a knife. Yeah.
The knife just gives him 1 more attack. Yeah.
That's right.
It's bad.
So
the knife is real bad.
There's a relic knife for Ultramarines that is actually
in this
amazing.
case, the knife's actually okay against me.
Yeah,
but you'd probably prefer to have strength. Actually,
exactly.
I just realized.
Man, when chainswords go to AP1, these knives are gonna feel so bad.
Okay, so 1 more dice.
The Soldier's Blade on Ultramarines is what I'm thinking of. It's really good, and you can only
But like, if you think Reavers are bad today,
okay.
And then the
1 more takes a wound.
Yep. So this is the Tech Marine. So this is the 2 servo arms on 5s, rerolling. Nothing, and then his regular just punch hits, does not wound.
And that's the end of it.
Cool deal.
So I lost 2.
I
don't know if I could fail morale. No.
Nah, you're good.
Okay.
Cool deal.
So tied up a few models.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, so that was round 4. We don't have any secondaries to score out there, do we?
No. I don't have any engaging on fronts or anything.
Yeah.
So we are good. We can go straight into Fists turn 5. Let's close this game out.
Okay. And so you're on 2, 3 objectives, right?
Yep.
And Brian is on.
And I'm on 3 as well.
Oh dang! Sounds good.
10 points.
So
cool.
he's currently in the lead.
64-56.
64-50. Yeah, he's in a lead by a lot.
So Adrian, what you are looking to do in this last turn is get your assassinate points.
Okay.
Wait, assassinate.
Yes. Stop the while we stand we fight and preserve your own. And that's it. That's all you're looking to do.
Stop the what? What's your last him? Okay. So basically everything is just killing him, stay on these points, ideally, stuff like that. Okay, cool. So yeah, we're just gonna be.
Good luck, Adrian.
Thank you. I'm gonna advance. Well.
Thank you, Andrew. How would you equip 8-man Khorne Berserker squad in Berserker-centric list?
Nice.
Plasma pistols, banner, fist, double chain weapons on troops. I would probably stay away from plasma pistols. I might put some power fists in there, especially now that power fists are going to be flat 2. It's a pretty reliable weapon. And when chain swords go to AP1, Yeah, lots of chainswords. Unless we don't know the points, maybe chainswords will do 5 points or something ridiculous.
Gonna have to come around here.
But unless they do something crazy with points, chainswords are going to be just value city.
Yeah, chainswords are going to be awesome.
Thank you, Benjamin. What are your thoughts on bringing 6 Moirax Armigers in a guard list with 3 tank commanders, 6 5-man Tempestus Scion squads, and 3 tech priests? Moirax are really cool. They don't get enough play for me to really wrap my head around how they work, and I think they're super swingy. So, like,
you're right.
Every time I played against them, they either did crazy nonsense or did absolutely nothing, and I could not understand how the unit worked.
That's fair.
So it's hard to say. I mean, I would like try it, see if you like it. If you don't like how swingy it is, if you're a player who likes consistency, then don't bring them. Tank commanders are good. Scions are good. I don't know if I would bring 6 squads. And tech priests, is that just to fill slots? That might be to fill slots. Thank you, Colson. Is there a way to make pure corn demons work right now? Love the channel. Death of the False Emperor. What do you think? Pure corn?
Pure corn
can you do
demons?
Demons.
No. Okay, wait, sorry. You always have to clarify. Do you mean competitive? So I'm going to answer, if you mean like you want to win a top GT, if you want to win a big GT, the answer is no. Pure corn demons can't do that at the moment. If you just want to play at home with your friends, for sure. Yeah, corn demons are great.
Thank you, Daniel. Thoughts on grotesques in 9th to hold objectives? Similarly,
grotesques are great.
Wraith blades with
on the
axe.
aggressors and just reroll into hits for the melee. With the reroll, cool.
So I think grotesques are not anywhere near as good as they were in 8th.
Yeah.
They went up in points
about
a normal amount, but the game changed around them. You would think that they would be great for like mid-board bullying, but there's just so much high damage now.
It's not the play style of the army, but they're still a solid unit.
Mm-hmm.
So you moved.
I moved.
He's got the aggressors and the Daredale able to shoot my my boy.
Aggressors with +1 to wound against the closest visible, which is him again.
All right.
I'd advance them, but that doesn't matter because they're aggressors. And let's see if we can take them out.
Okay.
Cool. So let's start with the Daredale.
So you gotta kill this demon prince.
I know, yeah. There's a lot of points here. So here's the Daredale. Hitting on 2s, re-rolling from Chapter Master.
Yeah, this is like, I think you've already won, but this is definitely lights out.
I feel you.
So you're hitting on 2s?
Yeah.
Oh, because I fly.
Yes, because
Is
that's
that
fly.
Okay.
Good talk. On 3s, re-rolling 1s. Hoop. Okay, so this many saves.
So this could just end him right
2
here.
2 damage each, yeah.
So 2, 4, 6, 8, he's dead.
Okay.
Okay.
Good talk.
I honestly, between, like, the aggressors could have one-shotted him.
The aggressors, I was also going to do triple exploding 6s.
Yeah.
With the
you would have been fine.
Mega bolt. Yeah.
So that was another assassinate.
That's the only
So
thing
that's
that really
another
matters.
3 points for assassinate.
Yeah.
And it stops me from taking this objective from you.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you could shoot your Thunderfire to like take an objective back.
No, because he touched it.
Oh, well then yeah, that's your turn. Unless you...
There's this combat, but I don't think it matters.
The only thing that matters is if I kill your OBSEC and then I hold that point.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. So I need to roll to res one of my OBSEC. So I get one more OBSEC. And then, yeah.
Can
so
he
you're
res
right.
in combat?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think there's any restrictions.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do this combat real quick then, yeah?
So then I fight first?
Yes.
Yes, you do.
So I'll just put all of them into your guys.
Good.
How many do I have left?
All into...
The OBSEC, because that's the only thing I need to kill.
Yeah, sure. I have 3 left.
And now how many do I have?
Oh, you have
2,
6,
4,
7.
6, 8, 10, 12, 13,
Sorry.
14, 15 attacks. Okay, here we go. Hitting on 5s.
Let's do it.
1, 2, 3, 4. It's not enough to get your wounds.
Yeah.
It's kind of irrelevant.
That's fair.
Okay, I'm gonna forego it
Okay.
because it doesn't matter.
Yep, sounds good.
You could kill a bunch of them. It's not gonna actually matter in the end, right?
Okay, yeah.
Because I can't.
You'd have to pistol. You can pistol me.
That's fine, but pistol you. None of these people are the while we stand we fight,
Correct. That's these 2.
and I can't fall back and shoot.
Correct.
So it's irrelevant.
Yep, sounds good. That's what I figured. Yeah, I was like, so basically, guys, I just kept them locked in here. They're not going to be able to do much, but they're just stopping him from having maneuverability.
Yeah.
Keeping my while we stand, we fight here, which also happened to be the best things to kill the Demon Prince.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the only play there, really. Moved these guys up just in case I needed that.
Okay, so at the start of my turn, I'm only on 3 points, and you're on 1, 2, 3 as well.
Got it.
So I only get 10 primary.
Right.
And
you get 3 banners.
I get 3 banners.
They never took that banner down.
That's right. So I get 3 banners, and what am I have nothing else secondary wise that I could attempt for.
Well,
right?
you can attempt to raise another banner because banner scores at the end of the game as well.
No, everything's too far.
Yeah, there's no way.
Here, actually, I'd have to advance these guys, and they can't get far enough.
So I already have guys. You can't do it while there's someone.
That's right. So no, I can't raise another banner.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I would get what? You're saying 3 more banners?
Yes.
Okay.
Which Adrian, how many While We Stand We Fights do you have left?
I have 2.
2.
Then there's no way.
So okay, so yeah, give me my 3.
Yep.
And his 10.
Yep.
And what's the final score?
It is 77-72.
Nice.
Fists win by
great,
5. That's really close.
That was very close. That's just like one primary, one While We Stand We Fight.
Exactly.
Like if I kept the Demon Prince alive, or I kept that turn where I could have advanced back, that would have been
right.
That's 8 points, not even 5. Or no, that's just 5.
For what?
Because you got
Psychic.
Changeling? No, because it was actually 8 points because you got Assassinate plus.
And he's a psychic character.
And he's a psychic character. Yeah. So just even keeping those characters alive, that's one thing that you've got to master about 9th edition is it's actually often more important to deny your opponent's points than try to get them yourself.
Right.
It's sometimes easier.
Yep.
Right? And I was just a little too, he didn't need to be there. I was too aggressive with him. Once things were going bad, he should have run backwards.
Yeah, because I mean it's hard to gauge, right? Because you were falling behind, so on one hand you think that you need to kind of play aggressive. Yeah. But yeah, I think if you fell back there, then that would have given you more
ultimately,
play.
like, he wasn't scoring much for me here.
No.
Like, he at best could hold this point, but unlikely. If he's the only thing there, you're going to clear him. You had way too much firepower. I was already holding enough points on that side. I could have walked away from this.
Right.
And then it would have even taken you longer to get here because you couldn't have got the charge.
I was definitely using the charges to slingshot myself this way because, you know, as I mentioned, you're dominating this side of the board, right? And that was kind of where you had taken that advantage. You took out Targaradon, who, again, conversely, I probably should have just played him even more conservative. I was trying to not just throw away him as a character, but I probably should have just kept him back and just eventually say, you're going to take this point, or you decide where you want to commit. You decided to commit there, which is the right call. I can push this way. And if I hadn't started doing that, then you probably would still have taken the game on primary, right? So it's really great back and forth.
Very, very cool game. Do you have an MVP for the game?
Do you think I have an MVP?
I do.
Yeah? What'd you say?
The Aggressors.
Yeah, they're great.
I don't know. The Eliminators did a lot of wounds to the big birds.
Those were 2 units together, though. The Aggressors as 1 unit did more.
I would say,
and the Daredale was excellent as well.
I don't know, Brian, the turn where the one Eliminator squad dealt 8 damage to a big bird, that was pretty nuts.
I love Eliminators. And this was an army that's pretty resilient against Eliminators because they have invulns and they don't care about cover. So yeah, I personally would give it to the Eliminators, but I think I was happy with how I played the Aggressors, which is like not overcommitting them.
That's right.
They play very kind of surgically.
Well, in the smaller game, right, like they could be safe and then come out and challenge the midboard.
Exactly, yeah.
So I think they're really impressive.
They're so great.
And they're great against all kinds of armies. You can see they take down big things, especially with the litanies.
The litanies that's what takes them really to the next level.
So very impressed with them. If I had an MVP, everything did a little bit. Right? There was no one standout unit. That I'm going to give it to the one guy the one Lord of Change who went hot with his mortal wounds, even on himself.
And blew himself up too.
Because that was just cool and fun. And honestly, he was a great bully unit.
Yeah.
Right? He got, like, maybe if he didn't wound himself and he ended up surviving, making a charge, that could have been all cool. So I'm gonna give it to him.
He was super scary.
Great.
I would say for me also a second place would be actually this unit of Flamers because they came down, they nuked a unit completely. There's very little I could do to counter them. They came in here. It was a little too late, but that's not really their fault, right? That was the rest of the game. The flexibility of that unit I thought was really cool.
Fantastic. Woof. All right, well, you know what? This game was cool, but we have one of our most exciting games ever this Saturday. It is the first in the series of our Tabletop Titans tournament. It is the Tau against the Death Guard.
That's right.
And this is the first in our 7-game series. Competitive play, GT packs. We're going to be playing them all live, and we're going to have 3 games next week as well. So we're going to be going through round 1 pretty quick.
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing this Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then next Saturday. That'll be round 1, and then we'll put up the next round of pairings.
Exactly.
Which will only be 2 games. Is it only 2 games after that?
No, it's
3 games.
Yeah, it's 4.
Yeah.
No, it's 7 games total.
Yeah,
so it is
right.
2 games actually.
It's 2 games. Yeah.
4 and then 2 games in the second round, and then the
one
finale after that.
So it's going to go pretty quick.
It goes fast.
But I'm really excited to see how that comes out. So we really hope that you come tune in for those. Cheer on your favorite faction.
Yes.
Check out some of the competitive tactics. We're going to be playing a lot more strictly with the way that you'd play tactically. And we're going to try to focus in and really like show the tactics. Whereas here we often are playing a little looser sometimes, but we're going to do our best for that. So it's going to be a really great show.
Yeah, really excited. Hopefully you guys join us then. You're not going to want to miss a single game because it's going to go super, super fast. But we know that you've all been super thirsty for some of that competitive content, talking about tournaments, talking about the GT packs, which we haven't played on the stream yet.
That's right.
You know, if you haven't played them yet, you'll see actually a lot of the stuff that we do here translates directly into them. But it's still cool to see what are the differences and how would we play them differently. So that's going to be 12 p.m. PST.
That's right.
This Saturday for the first round. Super excited. Bridger?
We're like an hour behind on the queue, so
let's do it. Q&A
let's do some Q&A.
Yeah.
Thank you, Big Bomba. For
Big
Deathwatch
Bomba.
veterans, would you take 3 Infernus Heavy Bolters or the Deathwatch Frag Cannons with the coming rules? Also love the channel. Keep it up.
Thanks.
So do we know the new rules? Like, is there new points or like?
Well, Heavy Bolters are going to 2 damage.
Yeah, I know the Heavy Bolter. So we don't know the points cost of the Heavy Bolter. So it's really, really hard to estimate that. But I love the frag cannon. I've always loved the frag cannon.
I think it's fair to say that the points went up so much on Heavy Bolters when we went to 9th that this probably has something to do with it.
You think it could be built in?
Because they went up a lot.
So you think they raised the points before changing the profile?
Of course, yeah.
That sounds crazy to me. I wouldn't think they did that. But
it didn't like almost double in points.
I don't know.
It didn't seem as crazy to me. Again, I mentioned earlier the Contemptor Dreadnoughts, which I was in Forge World, which I was expecting to really jump up in points. They really didn't. Yeah. So if Heavy Bolters are built in, then I'm feeling really good about that points value. Yeah. So a huge grain of salt, pile of salt, but I would tend towards, I do like the frag cannons. If Heavy Bolters are reasonably priced at 2 damage, then that becomes interesting.
Can you use special issue on Heavy Bolters?
No.
No?
I don't know.
So then, if you can't, then I don't know. No. I like the frag because they've got some different utility.
What they need to. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I go. And they're the personality of that chapter,
unique.
right? Yeah,
totally.
I'd go with that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Stellor. Love the channel. What do you guys think about Stormlord with 9 Deathcore Heavy Flamers?
Yes.
Okay.
Amazing.
Go for it.
That's always fun.
Yeah, I always love the Baneblade chassis, so I'm into all of that. They're always fun. Win or lose, it doesn't matter. They're always fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mighty D. Hey guys, love your show. I'm a brand new player, and I love the Imperial Fists. I really want to do a big bolter gun line. Is that viable? If so, are there any strats or units that would be auto takes?
100%. You absolutely can. I love intercessors. The eliminator is great because they are bolt weapons and they have the utility. Obviously, aggressors are great, especially, I mentioned earlier, I hadn't used them before in the old paradigm, but now that we're moving through the doctrines, getting 2 turns of tactical on the aggressors is really great.
And assault doctrine also.
Exactly. And speaking of Heavy Bolters, I'm super excited to get 2 Wound Devastators. I'm definitely going to be playing around with some Devastators with Heavy Bolters. Maybe even drop pods. I don't know. We'll see.
Kind of cool.
Yeah.
Also, as you're saying, I guess was this an infantry gun line he was looking for?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Those are all good choices.
Yeah. The Dreadnoughts obviously are great.
The Dreadnoughts are great. That's the thing. If you're interested, take the Contemptors with the Heavy Bolters.
Exactly.
They're solid.
It is very Forge World based to get those vehicles. That's why I was looked for because I'm like I don't need these new fancy Primaris guns that aren't bull weapons. I want like the classics, right? So for vehicles, I would look to Forge World.
Thank you, Eamon. In Grey Knights, how do you feel about using Terminators as the troop option instead of strike squads?
When they go up to 3 wounds, is that what people are saying?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to do an interesting just cost benefit. Like these 2 units are going to be fairly similar.
Yeah.
And so you're just going to compare them point for point.
Right.
Yeah, I think the way points shake out is going to be super important.
There's going to be a clear, obvious winner between those 2 units, right? It's going to be like one of these 2 is better points wise. I think that's going to be unfortunate. Like the difference between the units is going to get more and more minimized. So I know Paladins have a few special strats, I think, but I don't think it matters enough.
No, there's just like a basic Terminator troop.
No, I know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But if one of them is cheaper than the other, then that's going to be the one to go for.
Right.
There's just what I'm saying is there's going to be a right answer, which normally isn't the case.
All right. Thank you, Sean. Sitting down tonight to build an Invictor Warsuit for my White Scars.
Ooh, nice.
Successor. Magnets are hard, and I'm lazy. Incendium or autocannon?
Autocannons.
I go autocannon, but also the bit, doesn't it just stick in on that one?
So the problem is they only give
you the one bit.
Yes. Yeah. In the Redemptor kit, which they copied this piece out of, they give you 2 of them, so you can push both guns into the arm.
So what I did is the little kind of loop that fits into the gun that lets you turn it. So you cut off the nib, and then you can actually fit a magnet in there. You have to shave it a little bit, but you have the plastic nib, and then you have the magnet. That's how I did it on mine.
So what you're saying is not only are magnets hard, but make it extra hard?
I mean...
No. Adrian has a really elegant solution. He's just not describing it well.
Okay.
I've seen it, and it's awesome.
So the arm bends like this, right? So you have you have two magnets that are facing each other like this from this perspective so that they rotate. And you're just replacing one of the nibs that connect it.
Instead of a part, you just put a magnet.
I understand.
Correct, because it's already kind of shaped like that.
Yeah, okay.
It's not easy,
like if you're in a rush, do the autocannon. Magnets are always better.
All right. Thank you, Captain Yort. That's a cool name.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm stupid. The Changeling was doing Psychic Ritual.
The Demon Prince was doing Psychic Ritual.
Yeah, I don't know what. Anyway, Star Cannons, Bright Lances, or Missile Launcher on Wraithlord. Worth it to get the swords.
I don't like the swords, unfortunately. They're so cool, but the fists are just amazing. The fists are great already, and they're flat 3 damage, which is better than D6 most of the time.
Yes, almost always.
Right? On a Wraithlord, it's really tough. It's a tough case. Because you have so many guns, you could make a strong case for things like missile launchers if you're doing expert crafters.
Depends what your army needs also.
Right. Generally speaking, I do like 2/3 Star Cannons and 1/3 missile launchers. I love the flexibility of Star Cannons.
And you could spread them out how you see fit.
Exactly. Yeah, it's the overall,
Yeah.
I lean into Star Cannons. I think it's a high efficiency gun.
Yep.
Thank you. Oh, this one's going to be tough. D3MI519.
You did it.
I think so.
Starting Fists in 9th after 7th, 8th edition break. Going to take 2 Invictors and Infiltrators for deploy Reserve Denial with, I have to scroll the bar, with a castle to hold the field. Opinions.
I really like Invictors in these armies that have Devastator Doctrine bonuses because it's really hard to do that in 9th edition. People can hide their armies, but with Invictors, you're running up and you have these like extra damage against vehicles with the autocannons, things like that. And they're just great units in general. We've seen it, and we'll see it again on Saturday, how important it is to control the midboard, and things like Invictors and Infiltrators let you do that.
Agreed. Yeah, they let you pick up a good spot on the mission right away. The Infiltrators have bolt guns. You're all good.
Exactly.
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you, Jeff. Respect for that psychic power doing 16 damage. Should I add one more Hellforge Dread to get 6 las cannons, or make a Dread a double las, or throw in another unit that can take a las cannon? So this was going back to the 2 Dreadnoughts and Thousand Suns.
That's a great question. You could do one with double las.
It makes them a real target.
Yes, definitely don't do one guy with all twin.
You would do like another dread?
Twin and a single, and then the other guy twin and a single.
So are we talking about 3 dreadnoughts at this point?
Yeah.
That's a lot in a Thousand Suns army.
Well, I was just doing 2 dreadnoughts.
And this is with 1 close combat weapon, and then it's cool.
That's why I'm a bit nervous about adding another body that doesn't really want to use the close combat weapon.
Yeah.
Because you can, but you don't
want to. So that's the thing. The las cannon generally wants to stand back.
Right.
And the fist wants you to keep walking. But you could keep walking up the board in las cannon. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's not the perfect combination. Like, you'd almost rather have like a Carries Assault or something if you're coming up close.
That would be interesting with the
Carries Assault is a little expensive.
But generally speaking, I would be wary of like a las cannon in a squad of like, I don't even know.
But this is okay. You could spread them out if you want to spread them out. It takes a long time to remove those 3 dreadnoughts.
It does.
And while they're doing that, they're not shooting at your really tanky other units, so could be good.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jeff. Our answers are all over the place.
Yeah, you can see. Yeah. We all
Honestly,
have thoughts,
this is an aesthetic choice. Do you want 3 dreadnoughts in your Thousand Suns? If so, cool. If not, yeah, you could use obscuring terrain and range to keep 1 dreadnought with 2 las safe. That's your choice also.
Yeah, that's fair.
Thank you, Merkforge. I demand you take my dollary dues.
Well, thank you.
We will.
We accept. Yes, humbly accept.
Thank you, Senri. Thanks for the fun streams. Great to listen to while painting my new Lambaston Scions.
Oh, awesome.
Ooh, Scions. Cool. Nice. So jealous. I feel like I want them, but I feel like I'm going to lose every game with them.
Down.
Thank you, Dirty Mike. Dirty Mike here again. In your mind, what would Khorne Demon's Mono Armies Codex need to be more viable?
They need... So it all comes down to the fact that they're kind of fragile and they don't have long range
advance and charge
things. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So they either need a way to deliver themselves or they need a way to survive.
And I think actually, I think they legitimately need to hit harder in combat.
Well, there's that too. Yeah.
Like, I actually think if you gave +1 attack minimum across the whole army and advance and charge, and kept them at their current points,
that'd be great.
They would like.
Khorne Demons of all factions should have anger charge. Let's be real.
Well, that's the thing is, like, think about a unit of Bloodletters. They should not like questionably hit better than a unit of Intercessors, which is what they do right now.
Yeah,
you know.
I really think they need an extra attack across the board. Yeah. Even a Bloodthirster is at a point where I think it needs several more attacks.
I also think that Blood Crushers, I think it's absolute nonsense that they only have a 4-up save. They should have power armor. They clearly do have big armored bodies. So yeah, it really comes down to solving those problems of durability and delivery.
Yeah, and if you're not going to give them durability, you need to make them so fast, and you need to make them actually crush when they get there.
I think they should get Cloud of Flies, but it's called Blood Mist.
So when they kill a thing,
Oh my god!
only when they kill a thing, it throws up the blood mist.
It like aerosolizes them.
Yeah.
They're just so crushed.
This is getting really gross.
We'll get back to you. We're gonna write our own codex now.
That's right. It's coming next. That's a preview, 10th edition.
Thank you, David. I'm interested with what the outcome of the tournament's going to be. With the armies in 9th, which lists have benefited and which ones have taken hits?
So one of the fun things about this tournament is we've been playing 9th edition for a while now. You guys have seen us play, and we're kind of revisiting some of these armies that we maybe haven't played on the stream for a while, and revisiting how we would approach them.
That's right. We're trying to build armies that play off the strengths in 9th edition. So we're not taking any list that was like good in 8th and is bad in 9th.
Right.
We're taking 9th edition lists.
Exactly. And we've done a few games where we say, okay, let's play with this older kind of style list, especially, I'm thinking like my orcs.
Yeah.
I think they obviously did well in that game, but it was an older style of list. Whereas not Saturday, but next Saturday, it's a very new style, and this is sort of taking what we've learned at this point.
Some armies have taken hits, though. I think like ultimately the Eldar list you're bringing really doesn't like the fact that it can't fall back and shoot.
Yep.
Because and
your Tau, conversely.
And the Tau, same. Those are some of the biggest pieces. Whereas like the AdMech are now far more mobile than they used to be, and can actually take the midboard where they never used to be able to do that. So there's definitely ups and downs.
Yeah.
But all these armies can compete that we made. Like literally any one of these armies can win the tournament, for sure.
I think so. Yeah.
Thank you, Musa. Loving the terrain. Who makes it? And keep up the good work. I am keen for more Necron tips and reports.
Lots of different people make the terrain. This is a new board we just got today.
Yep.
It's been in the works for a long time, and actually we even have like 2 more bins. Like we could make a much denser. We actually probably will play like a more true Zone Mortalis one time.
Cool. I also don't know if you guys were able to see, but this is like color changing paint that it just looks amazing in person.
It's cool.
Yeah.
So this was my friend Zach, who's also the co-founder of the local narrative gaming club that I'm in here called Faultline. And he did this board. He did an amazing job. He's great at terrain. He's done a bunch of our boards also.
Yep.
And then we have terrain from another person in the narrative club named Marcus. Marcus is prolific at creating terrain. He has so much terrain, and he does such an amazing job. Some of this terrain is mine, and then some of it is our friend Anthony's.
Yeah. Don't tell him he's going to come pick it up.
He's just left it all here one day.
No one tell him.
Turn off the cameras.
If you're watching Anthony, sorry. He left it all here, and now I'm using it. And that's it.
Yeah, we're really lucky to have a really amazing narrative club locally. It's
and we rotate different terrain in, and
Thank you, Jordan. Jordan asks, thanks for the great content. Thoughts on units to fill out Sisters of Battle elite slots? I'm at a loss. Well, that's crazy, because they have some awesome elites.
Are the
anything with
Zeraphim
wings?
elites, or no, they're fast?
The Zeraphim are elites, but for many lists, including mine, I'm cutting them because there's too many good elite slots. So like, I'm looking at Repentia, Creature, Hospitalier, at least one of her. That's the problem. I almost want 2 of her as well. And I'm especially.
What about the Penitent engines? Are they?
So the Mortifiers are actually they might be. I think Mortifiers
There's
are heavy,
a lot of
and
elites.
Penitents. There's a lot of elites, and this was not the case with 8th edition, right? This is new to 9th edition. 8th edition, it was like, cool, you got your 3 Hospitaliers, and then the rest is like whatever. But now, that's the key slot. So especially Repentia, I would definitely check those out.
Yeah. Go for it.
Thank you, Gru, I think. Maybe that's a Q.
Thanks, Gru.
Hey guys, best channel by far. I'm going to a 1.5K tournament with Custodes. What would you focus on? Sturdy troops or output? Got all the tools.
Sturdy troops.
Well, their sturdy troops do have output.
Yeah.
But you got to play the mission.
Yep.
Doesn't matter how good you are at hitting hard. You could come down, dominate a corner, hit hard, and then they've got the board and you lose.
Yeah.
So you do have to have enough units to play the whole game. Because even at 1.5K points, you're playing on this full-size board, right? Aren't you?
Kind of up to the TO actually, but
normally I think you are.
I don't know.
Over 1,000. So
is it 1 to 2,000? I actually think you're right.
It is. So and so it's a big board to cover with only 1,500 points of Custodes. So you got to watch out, be able to spread out. Don't put too many. Like don't necessarily go for a 6-man Terminator blob. Maybe go for slightly smaller. Yeah. That's what I'd say.
My advice to all starting Custodes players is just play all Storm Shield Custodian Guard until you learn what you want, or like where you would every turn think where would I deep strike.
Yeah, if you had 9, even in that list, if you had 9 Guardians with shields, you're saying.
You said shields.
I'm saying take all Sword and Shield and then maybe take a Bomb of Spears.
Oh yeah, that's.
And then like learn how to deep strike, learn how to hold objectives and not die. Yeah. That's how you learn Custodes, and then the rest is like you just feel super powerful in every game after that.
Are you the kind of person that can make 3-ups?
Yeah.
I did not play Custodes.
Yeah, I can.
Nice. Good.
Thank you, Niall. What are your opinions on Crimson Fists instead of Imperial Fists? Are there any good transport combos for them?
I like painting fists red, so I think
I know.
I'm kind of into it.
I paint on mine red, even though I'm not supposed to. They're cool. So, like we mentioned earlier, things like the Razorbacks are really interesting. So I think because of the chapter trait, so they're a great transport for them. I mean, obviously I like yellow. That's a big reason I have these
The aesthetic
fists,
of this
right?
army, yeah.
But Ignore Cover is really nice. But you also have Pedro Cantor,
And
which
he's
I'm
crazy.
I'm mad jealous. I have 2 named characters that can't reroll everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pedro Cantor is super cool. And it's so throwback to like the origins of Space Marines. It's like it's such an iconic chapter. The one thing I dislike is they have a very like mute blue.
Yeah.
And I don't like that mute blue. It just doesn't have the energy. I like generally bright armies, or I like definitively dark. It's like in this ugly mid zone for me.
It's a really tough army to paint. It is.
Yeah, it is. So I would probably have to change the blue to do it. I couldn't do the Codex color blue for them.
That's heresy, Brian.
Yeah.
Terrible.
And last one of the night, thank you, Major Sun, for some AdMech, Rangers, or Sulfur Hounds. Are they worth it? How should I use them?
Ooh, yes.
That's a good question.
AdMech, the Hounds are great. They get you up the board really quick. They tag things. They play the mission. And they're cheap enough to throw away, which is great.
Yeah.
Rangers are totally fine. I wouldn't overdo them, though. They're not amazing. The Arquebus is awesome.
Arquebus is amazing, and don't understate the power of OBSEC, even if it's just a smattering. Like, we're not running tons of them, like probably used to in 8th edition, where they're just amazing cheap troops. But definitely still a few of them. The longer range is, of course, nice as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay, well, thanks so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our upcoming battle reports, because we have a ton more coming. It's going to be one of our busiest weeks. So a couple weeks, really. So
that's right.
We'll see you hopefully this Saturday.
Cool. We'll catch you guys then.